Alright, here we are. Hey guys, episode 7 of Spark in the Dark. Delving deeper, as I have titled it. As well, the party is going deeper, as can be explained, of course. In a recap, who wants to do the recap for your extra hero point?
I thought we were going the opposite of dig deeper.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, I can get that.
Alright.
Make sure I'm on the right page. There we go. We slew Voresh, the unsated beast, a giant shark, and it felt oddly anticlimactic for such a dangerous monster who had killed many people. The giant shark was easily slain when a concentrated attack was made against it, quite possibly because of being weakened by the curse that had been put on it. As far as it inspected, the pine cone that had been used as a focus for whatever ritual had targeted Varesh and recognized it from the trees in his homeland. It was possible that the one who set up the curse came from there, wherever that is. He seemed uncomfortable with the idea of returning, but we all agreed otherwise that we should head up there, try to find some more clues. We spent the evening in Lyzak, our village, and the symptoms of the curse that had been affecting our people were already abating. But Callan Rask's father revealed that he was in poor health and likely wouldn't live much longer. But both of the parents encouraged the two of them to leave on their adventure, as well as provided some financial support, as well as the emotional support they perhaps needed. We picked up some supplies and then headed out on our journey to the surface. Sforz couldn't recall by which tunnel he arrived, so we decided to try a likely one that seemed to have a gust that might go to the surface, and we came to a fissure that emitted a strange red glow where we were assaulted by cacodemons that wanted to consume our souls. We fought them off with cacodemons. Demons.
Demon.
Diamonds.
Yes. Diamond's actually easier, yeah.
I don't know. We did fight them off. It wasn't too bad, but an imp observing the fight informed us that this chasm is where souls were carried to hell, one of many possible places where the souls of the dead may end up. He was knowledgeable about various planes, but elected not to take up too much of our time. Our minds, however, have already begun wondering about the possibilities here. Our path was one of many in the underground, and this one that we're on forked in two directions. One path following the chasm, which may be shorter, but more treacherous, and one crossing over the chasm. We chose to cross it, and succeeded, and ventured forward, eager to discover what lies ahead.
Alright. And so, as you guys had been traveling for quite a bit here, I do actually need you guys to take a rest at some point, else you might become fatigued, as you've been trudging on for a while, and after that last fight, that was sort of the best effort that you could give for the day before, well, the need for sleep has arrived.
That is a fair point.
It has been quite the long day, has it not?
Yeah, without the ember spores, it's kind of hard to tell how long I've been up.
I would like to suggest, though, that we keep walking just a little bit longer, just so we're not near the awful chasm.
Yeah, you know, that's a good idea. I wouldn't want any sleepwalkers to just... Woo!
Or even anyone who just rolls in their sleep.
It's a pretty long way to roll, don't you think?
Ah, you'd be surprised.
Would you wake up before you hit the bottom, I wonder?
Ooh, yeah, that'd be terrible. Like, you're thinking, oh, it's just a dream, I'm just falling, I'll wake up. And you don't wake up. So, yeah, I agree. Let's camp somewhere else.
I wonder if you know what's going on after you've died, if you're just like a spirit, like one of those things over there in that
I
pit.
mean, if you want to find out, we can keep doing these dangerous adventures, and everyone finds out one day, I guess.
Well, one of them seemed to be talking to me, so I would think there was some medium of awareness with these creatures.
One of the souls?
Well, not the soul, but one of those daemons.
So we're going to keep moving forward and look for a spot that's maybe a little bit safer.
Sure.
One with fewer demons.
As you delve deeper into the sort of dark stone caverns and sort of passageways that stretch out before you, it's winding here and there, but it's pretty straightforward in its path. You get further away from the fissure, and just about 30 minutes in or so, you're really getting tired, but it's also becoming increasingly difficult to find any place that's sort of off of this central passageway. If something were to be traveling here, you surmise you wouldn't want to be directly in their way. So at least one of you, who has a survival skill, might want to try to find different options. Or look out for
Or
any.
he's up for it.
All right.
Cal can assist somebody.
Sure thing.
I will assist Swords.
Boris seems to be on the right track as you go to help him out. And, well, your advice is here and there. Not the best, not the worst. Swords was already on the right track, though, with that 21 in total is pretty good. And so, Swords, as you're looking around, there are definitely these, like, sort of fissures in the rock here and there. And just like you had done before, searching for drafts to get down here, you do find that one of those fissures, or one of those, like, not like a huge fissure like the one you just crossed, of course, but like a crack or a vein in the rock, right? You eventually do find that one of them hides a little tiny offshoot cave. Looks completely barren, easily defensible, but the only problem is getting inside of it. It's a pretty narrow squeeze to actually get into it.
Well, this doesn't seem like much of a problem for anyone except, Steinberg, at least.
Stamberg can watch the entrance.
He can wedge himself into the entrance to act as our shield.
Well, that's a good idea.
Well, how about this instead? I will go into the cave first, and if I don't make it to the end, no one will be able to enter.
Or we can push you, once you're wedged in.
Sounds like it would be quite painful, I'll be honest.
What if I sprayed it down with water?
Spray Stormbrick down with water?
Yeah, you're right. This wasn't a good idea.
Cal, as it comes to your mind, roll me a crafting check, actually.
Sure.
Well, you guys had some pickaxes. You could open the opening up a little bit. It's not like a tunnel that's like a squeeze through. It's just this gap that you have to get past. Might not be that hard to chisel away at it.
But where could we possibly get a pickaxe?
Well, I might be able to make one
Hmm,
out of ice.
yes. Wherever could we get a pickaxe? That's
You got any ideas, Tresser?
Dresser, get to work.
fine.
Oh, right.
Roll me an athletics, Dresser.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or actually, just rolling me an attack roll modifier.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's
Is
another
he
pick.
untrained in athletics?
We have another pick as
untrained.
well. Oh,
Dresser, you slam against the rock, and while you're hitting it pretty hard, none of it's chipping. You're doing something wrong, you're not sure, but it's already taken. That's a 10-minute sort of attempt as well,
Ah,
as the sound also clacks through the darkness here.
So how exactly did that rumor spread about you digging all those tunnels under your city?
I was gonna say that.
oh, shut up. I don't.
I'm sorry, Dresser. Cal's gonna pull out the other pick we have and just kind of hand it to Stormbrick.
Okay.
He just sort of like holds it with two fingers by the handle. And, What exactly do you expect me to do with that thing?
Widen the tunnel a little bit so you can fit in there.
Well, if it's for myself, I may as well do this drudgery. Well, you sure gotta get to work.
Okay.
Goodness. I'll probably also do an attack roll.
Yeah, same thing.
It's literally the same modifier as my unarmed strikes. So,
Mm-hmm. That's
there.
much better. As you start picking away at it, there's chunks that are falling away, sort of hitting along the seam, along the sort of like breakage line, cleavage or whatever I think it was called in my geology class. We always giggled at that in high school.
Understandable.
You do eventually break enough of it that for everybody else in the party, because they're small sized, they will be able to pass through without making a squeeze check in acrobatics. Sternberg, however, you would have to work on it a little bit more or try to squeeze through. Reduced DC now that you've made a little bit of progress.
I think I'll go for a squeeze attempt.
Okay. It's gotten very tired. If you spend any much more time, you will become fatigued as well. Or going to bed.
You do not want that.
Let's see. I actually don't know what a squeeze check would be.
Acrobatics.
Athletics? Alrighty.
Acrobatics, not
Acrobatics. Oh,
Because you're sort of
Wow.
manually, dexterously maneuvering
may have.
yourself.
They've made an unwise decision.
Who knows? Only the dice do, and the dice say you attempt this squeeze really well, but it's starting to hurt, it's starting to dig into your sides, and you pull yourself out quickly before you become stuck. That's not a critical fail, which would have caused you to become stuck, but at least you didn't do that. Could try again, risk the critical fail, risk the success, of course, as well, or just spend another 10 minutes widening it. Up to you.
He's definitely gonna dig more.
Okay. As you're clanging away at it, roll me a attack roll.
You don't have to see it as drudgery. You could see it as getting in touch with workers' rights. I hear this sort of thing is really popular with children nowadays.
If only my powers weren't useless water.
Well, I don't really need to be in touch with workers, right? I don't really have any workers. I work in my own office. And, do my thing.
As the sounds...
While
Sorry, go.
While they're making all this noise and whatnot, Cal's gonna keep kind of a lookout to make sure like nothing's trying to sneak up on us or something.
Sure. Roll me a perception. And I will roll something on my end. Okay. So, Cal, as you're looking out over the course of the 10 minutes, it's you're nervous about it, obviously, because making such noise down here is way different than making such noise in a large open cave. It carries for a long, long way and echoes down the tunnels here. But, sneeze. Okay, I think I'm fine. You don't see anything coming and approaching, thankfully. As Starnbrook, you finally open it up, you're all, at this point, actually pretty fatigued and pretty much ready to hunker down for the night. Or rather, well, sleep time. Still on the rhythm of the Cavern of Ember Shroud. But yeah. Is anybody taking watch while you guys set up tents and such?
I'm setting up the tent.
Just go.
Cal can just keep his post for now while others get ready.
Alright. Sit outside the tiny little cave you've opened up there and watch. Somebody else will, of course, have to take second watch before it's all said and done.
This force can do that.
Alright, Cal first.
All right, let's try this again.
You're very certain that nothing is approaching whatsoever. It's a boring 4 or so hours before you're exhausted and need to head to sleep with everybody else.
He's out like a log.
You awaken Spores before you do, and Spores as you also sit out and sort of listen to the winds that are being carried through this tunnel. I'm going to roll a perception check, but I also want you to roll a nature check. You have a lot of
Gotcha.
time to sort of meditate and listen to the winds here. Alright. As far as you're pretty certain, nothing is going to be approaching or is watching or anything like that. But as you're sitting here, you don't gain all too many new insights about your environment, but you have to be, well, curious about how, even down here, in such a confined space, wind is just as important as all the earth around you. It still flows around these tunnels like as if they are veins in a body or something like that. Just as water flows through a river, so too does wind flow through here. Maybe in the future, when you have a better chance, you could gain an insight, but for now, it's just a curiosity.
For now, let's chalk it up to all the souls flowing around.
Without morbid thought. Everyone else starts to soon stir and awaken, and start pulling the camp back into mostly Tresser's backpack, because he has the biggest bag space.
Woo! You know, maybe some of you guys could carry some more too.
I have my own tent in my pack.
It's so tiny.
I do have my own tent as well.
And it's about all I have room for.
Oh, hey, Chester, thank you for mentioning it. Do you want to hold this collapsible ladder for me?
No, not really.
Don't
Oh.
you mean a step ladder?
No, it's a ladder that folds out.
Oh,
Just noticing that, for some reason, Rask now has the same problem Cal had with their HP and their hero points.
Oh,
So, might be able to fix that during the intermission. But, yeah. Just note that Rask usually has 30 maximum HP, and he has 2 hero points. Don't know why that transferred onto you, stream. But,
oh, Tresser's wrong too.
is he?
Strange.
Uh-oh.
You know what it is?
I think they all shifted down one, yeah.
Yeah, because there's an extra character for me in here that needs to be deleted.
Yeah, that's, well, I thought I did that. Let me delete it, though. See if that fixes it. Yeah,
erasing the Magus from his mind.
well, strangely, there are two 40 HP people, so Sternberg is showing up twice. It's
Just
really
that good.
curious. Huh. Let me just check something real quick. How that ended up like that. Yeah, I'll have to fix it during the intermission. But for now, yes, all the HPs are sort of shifted weird ways. Starnberg is twice on Tresser. Yeah, whatever. I'll fix it. It's such a convoluted thing that I set up anyway. It's very difficult to get it to work, and the smallest change, which was Kyle changing character, has broken everything. But yes, I don't blame you. So, you guys awaken. Nothing disturbs your rests. How do you proceed?
Ugh. Well, that was surprisingly nice. Anyways, I guess we keep following the cave. There's not really any other paths other than back there and following the ravine, which now that we're over the ravine, I'm not as fond of that idea.
I'm sort of concerned that we might be getting lost. What exactly is our plan to orient ourselves once we hit, like, the next fork in the road.
Will we go up?
I was just
Yeah.
following. I was just following Spores, to be honest.
Oh, I was following where you were going.
This is problematic.
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
Hey, at least we're going further, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you get stuck while you're caving. We can always just go backwards and then find a different path.
Yeah, so let's just not worry about it too much. Maybe we'll even, I'll keep working on foraging food as we go.
Yeah, here and there you can find mosses and mushrooms and such. Not too difficult, especially since you've only left town yesterday. You have plenty of
I
reagent.
also
what
have
do
a
you call it?
feat for that. I have the Forger feat, which will allow me to
Oh, yeah.
do really well when I use survival to subsist.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, fun.
But, that all being said, you guys continue down, further away from that dark fissure where you slept, and further even from that red fissure you fought. You finally sort of start to find that the tunnels ahead of you are a little bit more, or a little bit less rough and a little bit more straightforwards. There's still, of course, rocky outcroppings here and there. It's not completely sort of finely sort of chiseled away, but you have to wonder if this is completely natural as you start continuing onwards.
And as you mentioned that, I'm actually going to take a look at it,
Okay.
just to confirm that. I assume crafting?
Yes, crafting.
Can spores aid with nature? Comparing it with what a natural cavern tunnel
Yeah.
look like?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Alright. You are able to help Cal a little bit there. And Cal, I think, because of Sforce's differing opinions on how natural this really is, you can tell, yes, these have been chiseled by a pick to become more of a, well, straightforward, sort of opened up cave. It's, again, not finely crafted, it's not like a boring tunnel or something like that. Or a bored tunnel, I should say. It's still very rough. But civilization, in some way, had passed through here. In fact, as you walk along for maybe another 5 more minutes, you notice that there's some sort of stone wall protruding from, well, otherwise cavern wall here. Well, manufactured stone wall. A little bit further away, sort of up a little bit of a slope as well. But it is there. See windows, even.
Hey, somebody should go check that out. See what that is. That's kind of out of place.
All of us.
Move us over to a new scene.
What if there's somebody inside?
We should say hi.
Yeah, we're just exploring. They're not gonna mind.
Yeah,
Like-
we've never met bad company in places like this, no? I mean, we haven't really been in places like this, but
Well, there was that one guy who wanted to feed us to his animals.
He was crazy. That's different.
yeah, he was a little bonkers.
As you all approach your exploration activities.
Still
Searching.
yeah.
Okay. Your
Yeah,
searchers, roll your
probably
perceptions.
Searching. I don't have anything else.
Okay.
How high up are these windows?
They're about 10 feet up.
Have it.
I guess mine would be searching because I'm not tracking anything right now.
In 1724, Rask, you can't help but feel that even in the sort of darkness up there, that you can sort of penetrate with your dark vision, of course, You thought you saw the flicker of movement up there.
I kind of gasp in surprise, and I hold out my hand to everybody to stay back for a moment.
Oh, something the matter?
I nod my head quietly, and I'm going to try to... Hold on. Movement from up ahead or movement from this window?
From the window.
Yeah. I'm going to try to be careful and try to look in unobserved.
Okay. You would be rolling an athletics check to climb. It'll also determine how stealthy it is, if whether you're kicking rocks off the walls or something like that.
Oh no, athletics.
Kel pulls out his folding ladder and unfolds it.
Oh,
Okay.
They are 10 feet up. This is the perfect height. And he quietly sets it up underneath the window.
Quietly doing so, I do need a stealth check from you.
Sure thing.
The loudest thing you guys have been doing. Let's see.
okay.
Goodness.
Alright. Good
You
start.
know,
Well, I'm glad
hero-
we got
I'm
that
gonna-
out of the way now.
Well, since this is normally be a blind check, am I able to hear up on it?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Alright.
That works.
That's an improvement.
You
Yeah,
declared your
okay.
action.
This is one of those story things it's meant to be.
You
And an
still
event.
head over with the folding ladder, and as quietly as you thought you could do it, it starts like it's one of those like really loud, annoying things where it's like squeaking on the handles, and like as you're trying to open it up, things are clacking against each other. And you can't really stop it at that point because it's already unfolding, and it's just a cascade of clacking and clattering boards of hardstalk against each other. Very loud, very noticeable. That's why you don't exactly need to hide your stealth checks for this one.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
Cal, quiet it down.
Are
They're
you-
going to hear us.
Wait, so are we trying to be quiet or are we trying not to be?
Am I the only one hearing that ladder?
Caraclor! Okay! You hear voices. Maybe have a moment to do something.
Different voices or the same ones I always hear?
Well, that depends. But it looks like everybody else also hears those voices, which means it's
Ah.
not the ones you hear.
It's a
Okay,
shit-
yeah,
it's a
that clears it up.
It's a shared delusion.
Maybe try to find a hiding
How?
spot.
You understand
said-
their language. Sorry, I need to interrupt because Cal understands them.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. They're speaking Dwarven. And it's a person shouting, "The hell's that? I wonder if it's the loud ones down the cavern? Well, go look." And, well, after knowing what that is, Cal, you still have that 6 seconds. Sorry I interrupted you, Rask, as well. What do you guys do?
Cal's gonna try to pull the ladder back down so it's not like sticking up and obvious.
Okay.
And he's just gonna try to stay against the wall here.
I go
Sure.
prone.
Roll me a stealth check, Rask. Roll me a stealth check as well. The rest of you, though, you're at the other end of the wall, right across the way from the windows.
Well, Starbuck doesn't really make any effort to hide. A, because he wouldn't really do well, and B, because he could probably just wouldn't be that out of place here.
I am going to take some cover.
Okay.
Why are we hiding? We can say hello, just say hi.
A crossbow points its way out first, and then a head second. They look out and quite easily spot that there are people underneath the window as well, and you see more, well, sharpshooters, it seems, sort of guardsmen, pointing these crossbows out. They sort of have these ashen skins and white hair, and they, though, after speaking Dwarven, you probably understand that they are dwarves. "What do we have here?" They speak out in this sort of rough common. "Intruders well, let's try that again. Intruders on our turf. Here for our silver, I'd wager."
No, we're We just
Wait,
want
you
to
guys have
pass.
silver? I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't? Well, either way, it's not yours.
Well, I assumed so.
We're looking for trees.
Trees? What's that?
It's a big, hard thing that grows out of the ground. Isn't that right, Sforz?
I
Yeah.
don't really know.
Is that some kind of
goes up.
joke? Rocks don't grow. Not like that, anyway.
You've never seen hardstock?
That's a mushroom. It already has a
Well,
name.
a tree is kind of like a mushroom, but a bit different. You know, it's different enough to get its own name.
The one talking is interrupted by another. Enough of this. You lot. If you want to pass, and if that's what you're doing here, perhaps then you'll need to convince us. 10 gold pieces, and we'll let you go. Otherwise, you can go back where you came.
But that's where hell is.
Well then, back to the hills with you.
Well,
No.
I want to make a diplomacy check to
Yeah, of
try
course.
and come to a better agreement of like, we don't really have a lot of spending money. We use it a lot on imported things like waffle irons. Is there perhaps some other way we can provide value to pass?
Roll diplomacy. They look to each other, and then sort of whisper in Dwarven, far beyond the window. Can't really hear them. Well, you could roll a perception check. Anybody who wants to try, it's a very difficult one, but you could.
Cal's gonna try. He's the only one that can understand them, so might as well.
I'm too busy being curled up on the floor with my hands on the back of my neck.
Cal, you over here. They might be stupid enough. We just send them in there. See what happens. If they survive, well, then they're easier for us to take down and take this stuff. You come back to the window.
Cal relays that to the group before they come back.
Sort of relay it with a simple, like, thumb across your neck.
Yeah. Like
All
they're
right.
gonna get rid of us either way.
Maybe we do have a deal for you. See, we're having a little bit of a infestation problem within our little outpost here. How about you come inside and help deal with it?
Oh, that's awfully convenient. Sure. I mean, if that will make things easier for both parties, I'm sure.
What'd you get infested with?
Well, these gelatinous things, these oozes.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't sound very natural.
Well, it's your only way of getting past either way. If you don't have the coin, that is.
Wait, like what consistency of ooze? Is it like boiny or like squishy and liquidy?
Hills if we know. We only know not to go in there, but they're protecting all of our precious stuff, yes. But it's not for you to ask questions, just do what we tell you to do, and then we can part ways. Isn't that how it works?
Fine. Just wondering if you knew anything useful.
Cal,
Can I make an esoteric lore check to recall what I know about oozes?
Sure.
Yes, Rask.
if we help them, maybe that'll make them nicer to us.
Professor, you certainly... I'm sorry.
You seem a bit naive to think that. I do say we should just immediately ambush them once we set foot inside their little fortress.
Professor,
Cal's oh, sorry.
you recall that, well, yes, there are many different types of oozes, especially down here. Well, you don't know if that's especially, you've always lived down here, but yes, there certainly could be oozes infesting their place, but without any other information other than what they said, there's so much variety in oozes that you can't be specific about your information.
what's like some useful information that's generally like a commonality between oozes?
Sure. I guess, yeah, you know for certain that it's really hard to hit them with any amount of force. You just have to be consistent with beating them down. Which basically means they are immune to critical hits, but very easy to hit in terms of AC.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good to know. Uh, okay, guys, so do we take this offer? Beat down some oozes.
Yes.
They're not that hard. You just gotta be consistent at it.
Sure.
Yeah, seems
If
like fun.
Cal's in, then I'm in.
I was gonna speak lowly to the group, like almost whisper. They're gonna try to kill us either way after we're done. So
We should try to look for a way past, and we could make a run for it once we spot one.
You could always just cut the knot and perhaps take some valuables.
so how do we get up there? Is there a door?
I just keep following the tunnel.
Alrighty.
And don't dilly-dally, we'll be expecting you.
What? Why are they like bare skinned? Like, where's all their scales or hair? Like, yeah.
Maybe they had their scales removed.
Remember the zombies? Those things we saw in the pit
Yeah.
under Durzak? Yeah, those didn't have scales either. Maybe
Well,
these guys
those
are
were
the same thing.
skeletons.
They were zombies, weren't they? Pretty sure they were
Yeah,
zombies.
zombies. Humanoid zombies, yep.
They're like the fungus people.
Oh, I assumed
Yeah,
they
but-
were diseased, so they like lost important things like scales. Like,
Oi!
They,
You there!
What?
Huh?
Over here.
over where?
You make certainly quite the entrance. See a
Oh, hello.
yellow-bearded
naked
dwarf
skin.
stand up from behind the rocks here.
Please don't kill us.
What are you talking about? Why would I kill you? I'm wondering why you're fraternizing with them.
Well, I don't think we had the money to pay their toll. I didn't. I mean, this road is very poorly maintained. If they're taking tolls for it, like
Aye,
so
well, it's
clearly-
not the road. They're squatters on my ancestral home. Well, part of my family business.
What does your family do?
We mine. This is a mining outpost. Look, get
Oh,
over
that's-
here. So I can talk to you. Proper. You don't know
Oh.
who you're dealing with.
Certainly entertaining to see a
I assume
somewhat
not your.
familiar face.
I assume not your family.
I
I think
know.
we were assuming that we were dealing with zombies. That's what we came up with.
are you a zombie?
Why, a zombie? Do I look like a zombie? Is that how
Well,
you
he-
introduce yourself?
He
Calling
doesn't have
people
as
zombies?
he doesn't have as many holes in his body as like the zombies did.
You do
I
make
do-
a good point.
And Yana
The
wants to
zombies
talk.
barely talk.
Look at you. All those fancy colors and strange frills. What the hell are you supposed to be, anyway?
And what are you supposed to be?
What am I? I'm a dwarf.
Oh well, my sash is red because it was dyed. Some of our clothes makers can make dyes, and that's why I have a bright sash.
I think
What do
we
you
may be
call
getting off on the
yourselves?
wrong foot here.
Aye. Perhaps.
Yeah, that's a good point. You were like calling us over, and why are you hiding over here? Are you? I assume you're not friends with those guys.
No, I'm not. But unlike you, I snuck past their watch posts. So I can get a better closer look at what they've done to my home. Or, well,
Well,
again, not
we
really my
tried to
home, but-
sneak past, but when we put up the letter, it started squeaking and stuff, and then it was shaking. We tried to steady it, and
Well, I could also hear you mining down the way for the whole night, too. Well,
we
night.
weren't mining.
No, I
that
heard
was-
it.
That was the literal renovations.
You mean when we were hitting the rocks and breaking them?
Any dwarf worth their salt should understand the mining of a pick against rock. Miles away in these caverns. And so would they, unfortunately. Probably knew you were coming. What did you, why'd they let you pass?
Well, it was either pay them gold or I managed to negotiate not paying gold. Instead, apparently they have some kind of ooze infestation they need taken care of. It kind of convenient. I'm a little bit suspicious. It's like, oh yeah, we've had this problem. Come on in.
Those are... Well, you don't know what you're dealing with first. Those are Ringar, our dark cousins from the depths of the earth. They're corrupted by the very nature of this place. I'm surprised you don't look particularly bad down here, but chipper enough. Never seen you up close to the surface.
We're exploring a bit, trying new adventures, and we're just
You say
kind of.
surface?
Oh
Okay,
yeah, that is. Oh, so you know where that is?
I
Yes,
do.
we're trying to get there.
Well, you've come a long way in the wrong direction.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, from where you came from down that way, that's all. Well, not exactly towards the surface. I haven't been down there myself.
There's a fissure to hell down there. You don't want to go over there.
Hey, there is. Well,
Yeah, that was interesting.
anyway, if they want your help, they'll probably be expecting you soon. Wondering where you are. Here's the deal. The Ringar are no good. The slavers, they're, well, scoundrels. They're squatters. My home, my people's home at least, my clan's outpost. I'll tell you the whole story when you get back, but case in point, I'll share the riches of this place with you. Hopefully they haven't found them yet.
It sounds like the ooze things are in the way.
Yeah, they said they were guarding their stuff, but I'm starting to think that it's not theirs.
Maybe so. I haven't been inside, I don't really know the layout either.
And they said they were going to kill us when we were done anyways, I believe. If I understand them correctly.
Hey, of course the scoundrels
oh,
would say
that's
that.
what you meant.
Yes, they were going to, I think, attack us once we were done with the deed. So,
Well, it's up to you to decide how to deal with that, but I want them out. All of them. Whether you have to kill them or run them off. They deserve worse than death, in my opinion.
Well, this is certainly better than the other option of like.
Sacrilege.
Cal
So-
says that they want to kill us anyway, so.
We're gonna have to deal with both things. Both the oozes and the.
If even those oozes exist.
If they exist. So maybe we just, like, as we're talking to them in there, we just kind of get in position passively
Yeah, I mean-
and strike
Okay, let's
first.
push them into the oozes.
Or that, we can put them between kobolds and oozes.
well, let's see what we're dealing with first before we decide to do that.
Yeah,
Aye.
yeah. I'm just saying if we want to approach it that way.
Just
If I-
getting in will be good enough. Imagine if they attacked us when we were in the hallway or the tunnel down there. It would have been bad.
Oh yeah, that would be bad. So that's what I mean. Get in there, get with them, and as they're trying to urge us to go take care of those oozes, that's when we strike.
I.
Yes, they're expecting us. We shouldn't be here too long.
No, no.
By the way, the name's Rolf, and I swear by my clan's honor that you will be properly rewarded. This act.
Ooh, I promise you don't see those very often.
And I'm Rask.
Wow, thanks for the heads up, Mr. Rolf.
Okay, so
Or Rolf.
roll. You have to like say it with your throat, I think.
I
If you've been,
say it with your chest.
if you've been here a little bit, how many are there?
I can't really tell. There may be half a dozen, or as many as a dozen. Or around there. Steady as she goes.
That's a lot.
You'd best get going.
We will see you later after we have succeeded.
Find me here. All right.
Enjoy your rock.
Let's
Rocks? Yeah, there's
continue
3 of them.
up the cavern.
3 bigger
Okay,
rocks.
so zap the bad guys. Easy enough.
Or we could just keep going.
Good.
Well, we could, but there's like treasure and wards, and those guys were kind of rude.
You
And
make
then
a
that
good
guy's
point.
nice. Okay.
So-
I think the best point is, Rolf, he's been to the surface. He knows the way out. We help him out. We'll be able to convince him to help us.
Hey, that
Let's
could have
go.
let us out.
I'm
Didn't
also
he
look.
say we were going the wrong way?
Yeah, he did. So we kind of need his help.
Now I don't really want to cross that chasm the same way we did.
I'm
We
also
almost
looking.
died.
I'm honestly looking forward to just, well, making sure these people regret hiring me for clearing out their little problem.
Oi, there they are. Hey, lot, get in here.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure if we were supposed to open the doors or not.
You always forget it. Just get in here. Let's get this business done. At this very moment, you are mercenaries, yes? You work for hire. You
Well,
need to
I
pay
guess
off your
that's-
passage.
Yeah.
This one sort of seems to be their leader, their sort of marshal, so to say. Up there to the north. That's where those oozes are hiding. We usually keep it locked. But
Okay.
this one goes up there and unlocks it.
Oh, how nice of you. Hmm.
I was going to ask before we go deal with this, if that treasure in there is yours, where did those oozes come from that made it so you don't have that treasure anymore?
But I came from the walls. Obviously. The oozes.
Sounds like you
Must
might
have
have
some-
built the place a little poorly if they can just come through the walls.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Quite poor craftsmanship if they're just oozing in.
Ah, it's pretty poor. It's just a small mining colony. Nothing much.
Have you learned anything about them? Any of their things that don't work on them, things that do work on them?
Well, you can't shoot them. They just absorb the crossbow bolts.
Arrows are out. Okay.
Tried as much. Didn't work out. Either way, are you gonna go about it or what? Or are you gonna
Yeah.
waste all of our time?
No, thank you for the info. That might be really helpful.
Get on with it.
Cal just glances over to Stormbreak.
Alright, just gonna make sure I have my anti-ooze stuff here. I'm creating a distraction as
Roll deception.
everyone gets ready. Deception, okay.
This looks particularly ruined as well. There's like
Actually,
rubble
absolutely.
here and there. It's
Very
not well
special.
maintained. Professor, as you sort of step up there and sort of start rummaging, one of them sort of impatiently grumbles, "Well, you gonna go or what? You don't
I'm
have
just-
all day."
Well, you can't really tell what time it is anyways.
Aye, we don't have all waking time. What do you want us to say?
Look, I'm just looking for my special anti-ooze equipment, because those things can be pretty annoying to deal with. It's not my first time messing with them.
Is not. As, Cal, you brought the
Blatant
torch
lie.
in. They all sort of blinked for a moment and rubbed their eyes, but that seems to have passed.
Well, as Starbuck notices that, actually, he will try and go for a sucker punch immediately.
Okay. Well, it's past that little quick sort of blinking it out, rubbing their eyes. But for the purpose of it, yeah, we'll say that you guys have a little bit of an initiative advantage for it. Well, your initiatives.
May I use that deception check as my initiative?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
May I use my attack roll as initiative?
No, have to roll perception.
Dang it.
I'm gonna use my fishing lore It's the same with her perception.
Whenever you guys try to engage with combat, they're also testing their sort of ability to recognize that you're starting to try to attack. So we'll see how that works.
I think I rolled a perception check instead of initiative. Do you want me to reroll or just use the 11?
Here, I'll
Oh, I did the same thing.
plug it in here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is way too easy to make that mistake.
That's why there's a button specifically for that in the chat, so I can easily fix it. Either way, again, Spores. He recognizes this is going to go down pretty quickly here. One of them shouts out, but actually, before they can shout out much of anything, you're doing what?
Spores has been covertly positioning himself a little bit, and immediately takes a chance to spark up some zappies, targeting this guy and the watchman with an electric arc.
Okay. The two right next to Sternberg.
The watchman and this guy up here.
Oh, okay. So, that one you didn't roll. These two. Alright, yes. As you sling this off, these Kringar seem to have some sort of innate deflection of magic in a way. Both of them actually succeed.
Wonderful.
Each of them
Love
only
to see it.
taking half damage, only one in total. It's a grazing blow.
That's fine. It's information. And now Spores is going to bring a shield up.
Okay, Chesser, over to you.
Alrighty, I'm going to start with this man holding the bombs because we're kind of grouped up and that's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to exploit vulnerability.
For any
Well,
vulnerabilities. Don't find much.
I still get personal, and that's all I really needed. So
Mhm.
now I'm gonna go for my attack.
Living dice will hit. You strike out with a tricky pick. Deals 9 damage to them, a little bit more if he has the personal antithesis.
Stab.
They're sort of set reeling back into the wall. Dust sort of crumbles away from the wall as they hit it.
And I'm gonna go for a map attack to finish my turn.
See if you can finish them off. 17 will certainly do it.
Woo!
So once again,
Yeah.
you send another blow towards them before they can even get ready for the fight. They're already sent reeling to the ground, dead.
That's the one. And that's my turn.
Okay. So, Rask.
Okay. Well, one of them's already been targeted, so I'm going to focus my attention there. So start with channeling elements to get water swirling around me, and immediately pelt that one with the crossbow there at the top.
Okay.
There we go.
14, 22 total. Definitely hits. Send that ray off. Batters into them as you call up the waters around here.
I will map attack with a 2-action strike.
Okay.
Start forming a bunch of this into a blast of ice.
Come together as much as you can. Let's see.
No good.
The dice there.
I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. As you try to continue the onslaught, you couldn't get control of the elements in time before, well, it just goes haywire. Now, this one, the sharpshooter that you had just struck there, they are going to rush away. Back to the corner of the room. We're about here. And they're going to call out, "Hey, don't you know your friends? They could turn against you at any moment. Any moment at all." Sternberg, I need a will save.
Oh boy.
You do, however, certainly succeed.
I don't love that they're targeting the one that's probably most likely to actually think something like that.
Nonsense. These few little kobolds would never do anything like that.
However, even on a success with this, and it is not an incapacitation effect, you see every other creature, you become unfriendly with all of your allies here, and you cannot treat them as an ally, which means you cannot flank with them, essentially, for purposes of this. And I don't believe you are considered a willing subject of any action as well, if they are not your allies.
Well,
Oh
it's not like
no,
we're
I
gonna
can't
kill him
heal
anyways.
you.
Tragic.
But it only seems to be a flicker of paranoia that'll last one round. That'll be their turn. Now, as she rushed away, we go to this bomber here. They're going to stand their ground and cook up this bomb that seems to drip with acid and quickly, very quickly, send it out. Five on the dice. Does miss. However, as with grenades, as with alchemical bombs and such, you will still each, around Cal, take 1 damage. So Cal, Tresser, Rask, and Starnberg splashes into you. Of these does he?
I just realized I didn't get my re-rage at the start of this fight.
You rush over to the side. Oh yeah, you should. Yeah. And quickly cook up another one. Throwing it at Cal once more. This time, yeah, it'll still be acid, and it does hit, even with the multiple attack penalty. Cal, this one point blank sort of grazes across your shoulder, but it's enough for some of that to stick onto you, for you to take persistent damage. And everyone else takes another 1 point of damage. They melt just as easily as stone. That'll be their turn. Cal.
Alright, to begin with, I am going to cast Guidance on Tresser.
Thank you.
Is my other attack. I was gonna focus energy and since I didn't really look at how to describe psychic stealth more, I'm just gonna suck the heat out of this crossbow wielding one in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
With an ignition.
Take the heat away. You will just barely avoid the worst of your effect as you sort of focus it upon them.
That is all my actions.
Okay. Sringar up here is dead, so Starnberg, do your turn. You're still winding up that haymaker. Oh, and Cal, you should take that 1 damage roll recovery check as well.
As he winds up, he quickly steps around behind the Taskmaster and just delivers a blow of his cane to their back.
Okay. Do, or try to. They're pretty quick. They avoid it.
That is very annoying. I will do a map attack. With Babsk Swing, thankfully.
This battle's going surprisingly well.
Decently so, yeah. But again, Starnberg, as you try to swing around one more time, the paranoia is scratching at the back of your mind. It's distracting you in a way.
The end of my turn.
Alright. Now, to the Taskmaster, seemingly their leader, they will start immediately shouting out down the corridor to the south. "We've got intruders! All of you, get in here!" And with that,
I shouldn't have said anything.
More, huh?
they are going to, well, try to use their pick. Sort of hefty pick in their left hand against Starnberg, which certainly hits. enough heft to actually send you reeling into the wall a little bit. It's not enough to take you down. Third action, he's going to actually rush down aside that door, expecting the others to take the brunt of things.
Actually,
Yes?
excuse me, wrong thing. Not this one. This one.
Oh,
Aha.
yes.
Oh boy.
You pretty
I like this.
naturally notice that he's going to start moving away, so you immediately follow.
Devik just immediately keeps up. And, let's see. He's going to place himself in front of the door.
Okay.
Watch the door.
Of course. Over to you. Also, I'm going to roll initiatives for everybody else.
You don't seem very surprised that we're trying to defeat you. Guess you must have seen this coming, huh?
Aye,
Or he's
well, it
gonna-
seems both our instincts were right about each other. The only way this ends is in death.
Sport is gonna go ahead and cast a 3-action Horizon Thunder Sphere at the archer that he tried to get rid of the first time.
Sure. You're not spending 2 rounds, correct?
Nope, just 3 actions this round.
You are out of range.
It's 60 feet
oh, sorry,
with
I
the
thought it was
3-action version.
yeah, I thought it was 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, you're good. Alright, let's see.
Attack. I'm gonna rebuild that.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. Hit on the dice, just barely.
Oh, thank
Reorient
goodness.
the power and
Goodness.
unleash it at that archer.
Oh!
For minimal damage. Triple
Ow.
ones. They take
That's
3.
my turn.
Deals half
Seven.
damage on a failure. Damage it as jolts the target. Okay, yes. Unfortunately, you gather up as much as you could, but there's nothing conductive around here. It's all stone. You can't see the sky. It's not much. But it's something. Trisser. What are you up to?
Alrighty. I'm gonna start by moving 20 feet to this away.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, should I go after the bomb guy or the crossbower?
I think the bomb guy's less threatening once we've spread out a bit.
Alrighty, I'll go down here then with my movement.
Mm-hmm.
Target this one everyone hates. Exploit vulnerability. Oh boy. Critical success.
That is
Can I
one.
learn something offensive to this group that I can use as personal antithesis?
Well, you could certainly come up with. Well, that's on your end. I'm not gonna,
Alrighty.
take your.
Learning their Fringor slurs.
What is their weakest save?
Their weakest save is, at least this sharpshooter, is their will save. Certainly.
That makes sense for a dwarf. And it's a crit. So their highest save, I assume, is Fortitude.
Is that your second ask?
Well, there's not really a lot to know.
Okay.
Actually, any special abilities?
Special abilities. On this one, they can use a bola shot to sort of knock a foe down at range.
Oh, good that I'm here. Alrighty, for my third action, I'm gonna strike.
Okay.
Ooh, lovely.
On to beat a crit, yes.
No more knees for you. 24
Ugh.
It's 24 damage.
off of your legs.
They seem to try to sort of lash out with some sort of curse at you, but they're dying before they can even finish the reaction, so they're out of the fight easily enough as you crack that straight into their chest. Yes.
Awesome, that's my turn.
Okay. So let's go on over to someone in the other room. You hear footsteps coming towards the door. You see the door open, Starnberg. And as this one gets here, they're gonna shout, "We had a deal!"
Yes, I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it further.
They're gonna
This
go
deal has
for a alchemical bomb thrown at you, failing to hit. So you and the other two, for themselves, actually take 1 point of fire damage. Wasn't their best idea. If they hit it, they would have done a lot more, but that'll be their turn.
He did not get the rule about the 4 square splash.
Yep.
If you want us to stick to a deal, maybe don't say your plans out loud.
Well, they whispered. They tried to. But yes.
We're really bad at whispering.
No, that one's in the way. I'll take it out. They are going to shoot a bola bolt at Starnberg, trying to wrap it around their legs and cause them to collapse. So they do hit with the bola bolt. But I need you to make a reflex save now, Starnberg, to see if you actually get tangled up and fall prone. Of the dice, just barely succeeding. You're able to sort of shrug it off as they reload as their third action. That'll be their turn. Rask, over to you.
Cool. This is not a good AoE position. I will stay where I am and go full all-out single target offense. I'm going to target the apparent taskmaster leader person.
Okay.
Starting off with my big attack, because at this level it's still worth using. Wrong button. Try again. Ew, well that one I'll re-roll.
Mm-hmm. One more reroll. That's 20.
I'll take that.
Yeah, ooh.
Yeah, so I've gathered this all into a clump of ice, and I think I sharpen it into a giant icicle, fling it right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right into them. Sort of cracks right into their shoulder. It almost pins them to the wall before it dissipates. It hurts.
And a follow-up weaker strike.
Okay.
Still ice.
Go for another. This
and
time,
it just kind of, it's a warning shot.
you send it off to the side. They have second thoughts about what's going on here. It'll be their turn. Or your turn. Now we go to this one. This one,
Oops, I left it as 2 actions, but you get it.
yeah, is going to, well, dig it around for a firebomb and send it straight towards Cal once more. Quick Bombardier, they immediately sling it off and hit him with some fire damage. You're already sort of burning from that acid, now you're going to really burn from this flame as well. You take the 5 and Rask takes 1.
Fire. Noted.
And as he's trying to spread the flames, he's going to sling another one at Tresser here. 7 on the dice will miss, so Tresser, you only take the 1 splash damage. And, well, since he's got a lot of bombs, actually, he's going to switch over to a cold bomb and go for a map 10 against Cal. And very much critically missed, so it goes wide enough that you don't take any damage at all. Not even from the splash. Tresser, make sure you take that 1 fire damage.
Trying to get every type of persistent damage possible in Cal.
On a critical miss, bombs don't splash.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, that was on Cal. Sorry.
Cal, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Tresser, rather.
Good job, I guess.
Okay.
Cal, your turn.
I'm going to unleash Psyche,
Mm-hmm.
and for one action, I'm going to cast Thermal Stasis on myself,
Mm-hmm.
kind of warding off the flames that were applied to him.
Definitely feels a little bit better.
And I'm going to do an Amp Frostbite on the guy that threw a bomb at me.
Sure thing.
Actually, no, I'm going to go for the leader.
Alright. Leader's pretty badly hurt at this point, so see if you can get through their fortitude, or even through their resistance to magic. Not very well, but they're still going to feel the cooling effect.
The heating effect.
Or the heating effect, yes. Half of that, 4 damage. Still holding on. Just about near death, though.
I get 2 temporary HP from that. That's all 3 actions.
Darnbrook. A lot of movement in the other room. What do you do here?
This is a private matter. Please stay out of this.
He's gonna close the door first off.
Okay.
Second, he is going to faint.
Hmm.
The taskmaster. Trying to get them to cower before him as he goes for a wide swing.
Mm-hmm. Sort of almost telegraph it, but like pump fake almost. And yes, they're going to be flat-footed for this, or off guard as it is now called.
And now he is going to immediately follow it up with an actual attack.
Okay. Well, the actual attack will be a critical strike because of them being so off guards, flinching before your strike.
Always feels good for the bonuses to come in like that.
A traitor's end, worthy of a betrayer.
He cracks it down on the taskmaster's head.
Maximum damage from you. 32 points is plenty to smash them into the stone, breaking them into the rubble.
A lovely statue. It'll serve as a symbol.
And that's my turn.
Might
Okay.
keep us on his good side.
This one here. Gonna rush up and open the door. What in the hell? They took out the leader. Just keep fighting. This one here is going to try to shoot a crossbow bolt around the corner here. Very much miss. If things keep going poorly for them, they might not have the will to fight much longer here. This one will rush up as well, using 2 actions, not too fast on their legs. Shoot a shot past their ally here. This one also scatters by you, Starnberg, as they're trying to shoot past their ally in the doorway here. Swords, over to you.
Right. Swords is going to make his approach,
Mhm.
keeping a bit of a distance from the others, but he's going to come here and then he's going to do a big zap against this grenadier
Okay.
with a Tempest Surge,
Mm-hmm.
sort of letting the storm clouds conjured storm clouds conduct his electricity for
All around them.
wow.
They do still succeed, again, partially because of their innate resistance to magic. After that, though,
5 damage still.
isn't bad.
I
Yeah,
asked
so
about
it's
special
actions.
abilities, and it turns out they have resistance to magic.
Well, that was shown at the beginning of combat.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I figured you
resistance-
already knew about it.
Resistance to like additional addition to
It's
the
a plus
save to
2
only like
status
on the
bonus.
archers. Yeah.
Yep, essentially. Mm-hmm. Alright.
That's
Stressor.
Robert's turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to step to the side, apply my exploit vulnerability to this poor fellow,
Mm-hmm.
and bonk him on the head. Man, I'm loving this class.
Mm-hmm. Just barely succeeding. But one thing do you want to know further, in fact? Well, before you smash them to bits.
Ah. What kind of other questions can I ask?
Well, this is a different guy from the other one you exploited. So
Ask about, well, their spellcasting ability, their passives, stuff like that. Already asked
Do they
most-
have any other passives besides the magic resistance?
This one does not, no, not these bombardiers.
Okay.
yeah, the bombardiers don't have magic resistance, I think.
Can
No,
I
they
tell
do.
if he has
They
a
do.
family or
Oh,
not?
they do.
All the dwarves, or all the Hringar, have a +2 status bonus to magic saves. Well,
Gotcha.
you don't know if he has a family. We do know that he's not
Oh,
going
well.
to create a family after this. As he is, though, smacked into, yet surviving a piercing strike, he's going to lash back at you with this sort of mumbling curse. I need you to make a will save.
Oh no, whatever shall I do? My best save.
You shan't
Don't jinx yourself.
I'm going to hero point that.
Dare you spill our sacred blood? You succeed, you take half the persistent bleeding damage. So, press the half button in the chat there, it should apply it correctly. As you start to bleed yourself from probably the
boy.
same spot as you struck him. Think that'll be you?
Yeah, that'll be my turn. I'm not gonna block the bleed.
Okay.
I'm gonna save that for something else.
Take a little bit of damage.
Do I
And-
roll a recovery check now?
Yep, always do.
Oh, it rolls a 2d6 every time and then halves it. That's gonna be whack.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be funny.
Amateur! Get out of the way! It's gonna do an acrobatics check to tumble through you, Sternberg, and certainly succeeds against your reflex DC. Go right past. To about here. Because he critically succeeded, you are not difficult terrain to him, so he uses his full speed. He gets here. Going to look to Rask, seeing as Rask is not on fire or anything. We go for a alchemical bomb strike over there, which will hit. Or a bit of flames. All that water's not going to do you any good. He tries to slash the Cal though. Cal, you sort of have that thermo insulation. Resist it. Be actually only one of their actions. The other one will be to do acid against you. Not do acid, but
He's
yes.
doing acid?
Yes.
You know,
Understandable.
I can believe it.
In this family-friendly Twitch
In this
server.
economy,
Mhm.
I can understand that.
We were
Both of you
doing
take
shrooms
one
earlier.
acid splash, though. But yeah, that'll be their turn. They actually got past Starnberg. And this one here, well, they're not going to walk up to Starnberg, they're just going to start shooting at him. In fact, let's see. This one did reload. They did the bola shot and then reloaded as their third, so they'll go for a shot here. 10 of the dice does miss. They go for a map attack as their third action in total after they reload as their second, which does actually hit. Remember, this hail of arrows, you can't avoid all of them, you can't take cover from all of them, and in fact, you take 8 damage from that one. It'll be their turn. Rask.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is actually do a little bit of support for me and Cal with a couple of ocean bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So myself first.
I'll certainly do something.
And I drag Ocean's Bomb to myself. And then I do another one for Cal. Oh, only one hit point, but
Fire's gone.
Ocean's Bomb.
Well, both of you get to roll a DC 10 flat check because you're being aided with particularly appropriate help to get rid of the flames. So both of you roll a flat D20.
Oh,
Alright. You can't spare as much water for Cal. He's still burning a little bit, but he's probably fine insulated like that anyway. Rask, though, you do remove the flames because of that.
cool.
Also, you should add that affect ocean spell. I think, yeah, you already did.
We
Okay.
both got it. That's good. So that'll help out with any fire.
Mhm.
Not sure they know that, though.
Not particularly.
And I ball my fist up and kind of throw a punch and have some of the water around me kind of swing down toward the guy down there, straight down that's near death.
Okay.
Make sure it's bludgeoning.
You can do this.
Let's see. Natural 20
I
again.
sure can.
Oh,
My goodness.
that's 2 nat 20s.
Ball it
for you.
into a fist and send it
4.
curving towards them. 4 is plenty enough. Bring them down to 0. In fact, they had only 4 HP.
All right.
Crit mattered.
Mm-hmm.
My single action attacks are gonna get so much stronger at 5, but
Mhm.
right now it's like,
But
it's
yeah,
my full turn.
as you heal up your allies, keeping them cooled down in this flaming atmosphere. Cal.
To start off, I am going to use recall the teachings. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. All the images that were flashed to you by that strange being. Try to find more hidden meanings in them, try to find in those tessellations and all that. Something you missed.
Missed a lot of things. 1 second. There's so many buttons on my sheet now.
Yeah.
I'm going to amp ignition. And I'm going to lob it through the doorway past Stormbrook.
All
to
right.
that group of 3 that's in there that he can barely see.
Is this one being flavored as fireball this time?
No, this is icy. This icy fire.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Icy fire. Icy hot.
I'd lose track
Nice.
of
Oh
us like
my
wave.
gosh.
Send it
Alright.
off. Splits and heads into the wall. But at least there's
There's
some
cold splash damage.
Mm-hmm. There's still icicle shards bouncing around that room in there. They take a little bit of damage.
That is all 3 of my actions.
They certainly lead the way to Starnberg. As they have
I
not
didn't-
really entered or tried to get past you anymore, Starnberg. What do you do here?
I do not wish to buy your bolts. Good day, sir.
He slams the door in their face once again.
Okay.
He is going to do battle medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just quickly treat the wounds. There you go.
Yep, and for those watching, of course, the HP bars on my setup got broken. So they are not showing anything that is actually correct right now, not even the party XP. It's just like kind of frozen. I'll be able to fix that maybe during the intermission, probably for next session though. I still need to change Cal's sheet up above me that still says Megas too. It's all Cal's fault actually, but yes.
I'm sorry.
It's very
Yeah,
finicky. It can't.
I'll switch back. I'll switch back. to
It
Megas,
can't
okay?
survive the change. But yeah, a little bit of healing.
Final action, I'm going to try and demoralize the Bombardier.
Okay.
As he, well, just glares at them.
Yeah, they're a little bit demoralized, frightened. So, with that, this one here will reach over and open the door again. Gosh, this is annoying.
He's got reach.
Oh, it's corner to corner. You can always interact with something that is on your
Oh,
corner.
there's one behind that I didn't see. Okay.
Mm.
Gotcha. Then leave darkness to me.
They are going to drop their crossbow, draw their light mace, and go for a strike. Again, corner to corner. That does mean that you have cover from this, but that's only +2. They're your AC. It still exactly hits. Sort of bonky with this little mace that they have there for really only 2 damage. They're gonna go for 1 more. Actually, no, they already opened the door, so that'll be their turn. 2 damage to Stormbrook. This one here. Reloads, fires, reloads. We can do this all day! They try, though, and fail to strike. So, with that being said, Spores, it's your turn.
Well, you're so concerned with silver, so here, have some. He places his fingers in his money pouch and pulls out a few silver pieces between his fingers and casts needle darts from them
Okay.
towards this guy down here.
Sling them down the hallway past Starnberg. They will have lesser cover because of a creature being in the way. Oh,
this
sorry,
guy
sorry,
down-
wait. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
sorry. Yeah.
From the enemies, but yes, go for it.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Roll the dice. Unfortunately,
Not gonna make it.
you sort of scatter around him, but don't really do much damage.
Well, they return to his fingers, and he sighs a bit before he gets a guidance up on Tresor to finish the job.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Enhanced with a little bit of that natural guidance.
That's all for his turn.
Tap into the spirits of the wind, even that you feel down here. Professor, still bleeding to a small degree. What do you do?
Oh, I'll be fine. I'm gonna stride over here, exploit this man's vulnerability, and go for a strike.
All right.
I'm gonna aid the strike.
Okay. I love how the game lags really badly every time you roll a personal antithesis. It's like so complicated for it. But you
Cool,
try
I
for
can't
once
figure it out. That's a miss.
Ah, darn.
and miss that one.
I'm guessing the guidance doesn't get pushed that up to a hit.
Not from a -7, no.
No.
All right, I think that's just you. Now this bomber here. Oh, and you do take some bleed damage there as well. The full damage and then recovery check. This one calls out. Alright. We don't need to all die here. Maybe we can cut you a deal. We leave, and we don't hurt you anymore. Sound fair?
That is a lovely deal.
Get the hell out of
Yes.
here.
May I ask for a little extra?
Oh, extra. We don't have a little extra.
No, it's just a little more blood that needs to be spilled. Figuratively, not literally.
Blood?
What is this one on about?
Well, I need a little, just a little something to sustain me.
What? No, our blood's sacred. You're not taking any of it.
Then I will collect it from the ground.
Damn it, may our gods not curse us then. For we fought to keep our blood out of your hands. He's gonna keep fighting.
I think that was the opposite effect of what we wanted, Stormbreak.
They have a particular thing about if their blood is spilled, they lash back with their own blood vendetta. They don't like that. So, they're going to launch off a cold bomb at you, Starnberg. Seeing you as the major threat to anything here,
Oh,
their
Nope.
rage fuels this strike.
Or maybe threat to
Cold.
everything.
max damage.
13.
Oh,
Points.
that's 20.
Oh, and Chester gets away from the bleeding damage. That's good.
Epic.
But yes, Starbuck, you take 2 cold damage per round as well, because that's doubled as well. And yeah, you're all of a sudden really frigid. You're shaking. And how about this too? This will miss, actually. It only splashes to you and to the other lady around the corner. 1 acid damage each. Right. Keep yourselves in the good graces of the gods. They want our blood.
No,
And
that's not
there's
right.
only one way they'll have it. Any hope of peacefully resolving this failed at that. This one will, I think, fired, reloaded, fired last time, so this time they'll reload, fire, reload. That's Starnbrook. Miss. There. That'll be their turn. Rask, over to you.
Okay. Well, in the interest of keeping myself and my friends alive, I set my target. Hold on. Wait, was
Sniffles.
this one here? Was this one of the ones that just that's one of those that just attacked as me?
Hmm?
Okay, I morally feel like I can attack him.
Alright.
I had to think about it for a second. Okay, since I'm, learning about the whole blood thing, I'm definitely going to continue not converting my damage into slashing or piercing. I'm going to keep going for some bludgeoning stuff with my water. The big attack against the one above Tresser.
Mm-hmm.
kind of swing my fist sort of long distance, pummeling him with a huge blast of water.
Yeah, and it'll hit. They're sort of blasted back into the stonework here. 10 damage to them. They're really badly injured.
And I follow it up with a smaller, weaker strike.
Okay. 6 on the dice will miss though.
It's good for me.
Those are
Next.
passed. Cal, at this point I do believe your psychic, whatever it's called, has waned, and I think you get stupidity after that. Sort of
Stupefied one. Yep.
Feel
mind
crazy.
is
Feel
overwhelmed
stupid.
by the entropic sort of possibilities all around you, the hot, the heat, and the cold. It's hurting you for a moment.
Well, it's not going to stop him from at least trying to assist. He is going to cast Thermal Nimbus on Storm.
Okay. Again, abating the cold by just enhancing the heat that flows around him.
Wait a minute. I just realized. Hold on.
Yeah?
There's a persistent fire on me.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a new one after I cleared out the last one, or did I forget to?
I
we
think
just
you forgot to clear
the
it
last one?
out. Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely
done.
But yes, thermostasis has been applied to Starnbrook.
And I'm going to try to cast another spell.
Mhm.
Let's roll a flat check first.
Yeah, you get past it.
This won't stop me. And I'm going to cast Ignition on the guy next to Tresor.
Alright.
This shouldn't be amped. It's okay.
Ignition. Fired off. Misses by 2.
Well, unfortunate. He just first time this is happening, so difficult for him. That's my
Mhm.
turn.
Starnbrook, over to you now.
One final time, he's going to close the door in their face.
Okay.
Afterwards, he is going to fall back.
Paranoia should be gone by now, right?
Oh yeah, it's been gone.
He steps around.
He is going to try and take out this bombardier.
But that'll hit because of flanking. You got around your paranoia for a moment.
If you won't surrender your blood willingly, I will take it by force.
It certainly will. Smash them harshly down into the stone. And with that, that's your turn. These sharpshooters in the back, these grunts essentially of these Hringar, these Duergar that are now Hringar because of the remaster, they peek through the door, they open it up, peek through, see that the last fighter, the last bombardier has fallen, and just shout out, "Keep that thing away from us and we'll get out of here!" They're going to start running. That one uses their 2 action. This one uses their 3.
Resk's body language indicates that he's not going to get in the way.
Okay. Is anybody going to get in the way?
Oh
He's
no,
still
that's more
thirsty,
trouble than it's
Steinberg.
worth.
Well, Starbuck seems to be contented with the amount of fluid available to him.
Okay. That'll be the end of that combat.
Cal is not going to stop them.
Give yourselves 200 experience points for that encounter.
Whoopsie.
Ooh.
Casually does an extreme encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that went very well.
They rush away, shouting curses behind them, but mostly focused on getting the hell out of there.
I'm sure our little dwarven friend is gonna appreciate the little gift we've left him.
All the corpses?
Yes.
Is
He
it
didn't-
really sanitary to be licking it off the ground?
Well,
Ooh,
no,
this
I'm not gonna
guy
be doing
has
that.
grenades.
Besides, obviously, I'm not gonna just drink it raw.
We
Are
should
you gonna make a cocktail out of it?
we should take care of those slimes, don't you guys think?
I mean, yeah, as long as we're in good shape. Let's look around a little. Do.
Look down this hallway, Tresser, and find that there are 2 doors here.
I'm going to be reckless and open this door.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh
Open
no,
up.
I am dead.
And you find what looks to have been at one point a mess hall. S- Scantily used, it's sort of messy in a way. You want to have a look around it?
Yeah, I'll take a little look.
Okay. Well, perception check.
Just did.
I guess Swords is just stripping everybody down, taking everything they've got.
He's a druid. He's got to recycle.
Yeah, these aren't biodegradable, you know?
Got
We
18.
have to take care of it ourselves.
Oh, let me see. Yes, you did roll a perception.
I'm bringing the light source down there for this stream.
Starbuck is gonna try and tend his wounds.
Well, Chester, you look around the mess hall here. The coals are pretty cold. There is a bit of food here you can restock on as you continue your journeys down here.
Hmm. Is that any good though?
It's some meat that you've never seen before. That's sort of jerky.
Mystery meat.
And
I'll take the mystery meat.
not much other than jerky, really. It seemed like they were here for very long, or like settled down here to any extent.
Lovely mystery meat.
You did see one other door far into that hall as
Yeah.
well.
I should probably get patched up too.
Tre-
Gotta recklessly open
Tresser, come back. Come back, Tresser.
Shout down the hall.
What? I'm in the middle of something.
You don't know where the slimes are. They could be in that door you're about to open. Get me
Well,
They
healed
said
up.
it's
And...
slimes
Told
are
us
up
the
here,
slimes
though.
were up there.
What if there's more?
Rest gets irritated at the arguing and explodes into water.
You know what? That actually could be in character. I could see that happening.
Just
In reality, I was testing out attack modifiers.
it's like Sully throwing snowballs with just Rask throwing water balloons, pretty much.
I think everyone deserves a hero point as well for what they have expressed so far.
Aw, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Starting with
So
his
special.
bloody vendetta. Cal for failing
It's
stuff.
catching up.
That sort of thing.
You say Cal for failing?
Yes. Failing forward. Failing is part of personality.
Hey, Starnberg.
It builds character.
I have a lot of character.
You got a moment to help?
Of course, I will be taking care of my loyal bound minion. He grins.
You know, I could probably make your head explode now.
Yes, but you wouldn't because you like me.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna refocus.
Wait,
as
if you
well.
could make his head
Okay.
explode, why didn't you do that to any of these guys we were fighting?
It's complicated. I wasn't around them long enough.
Right.
I want to get a heal out for Tresser before
Thank you.
the first 10 minutes pass.
Mm-hmm.
Did you roll that? Or
Not yet. I just have to get it out.
okay.
7! That's pretty darn good.
Been rolling pretty good on these heals, actually.
Thank you.
Except for the one on Cal earlier.
Yeah.
There now. This should be available for everybody now.
And as a reminder for those watching, as they're healing up, you'll probably notice that their health bars were already full. That's because the health bars on my setup are screwed up right now, so they're not actually like correctly showing any HP. But Suffice to say, Starnbrook is injured, everyone else is pretty close to full health. I'll be
I
able
could
to
easily
fix
get
that.
the rest of us up if we take another 10 minutes, but
We don't need it.
I wouldn't
Yeah, but-
mind. I wouldn't mind taking care of it.
I get 3-action heal if we're in a rush.
Hmm.
I don't think we're in that much of a rush.
So I guess we're only taking 10 minutes.
Okay,
I will refocus during that time as well.
sure.
Okay. So
Alright.
then my heal is available for the next combat.
What was in here, Tresor?
Just like eatery. I found some mystery meat if you want any.
I'll let you try it first.
Okay, I'll just sneak it into your rations. You won't notice. Anyways, I'm going to open this door.
Okay. You open it up to find what seems to have been their barracks. Again, sort of motley sort of thing here. But, you do
Explosive.
find a crate that's marked explosive. Yes.
Does it have explosives inside of it?
Yes it does, actually. It has 3 of the, whatchamacallits, alchemist fire.
Ooh, that's fun. I can't really use those because my hands are always full.
The lesser alchemist fire. I'll put them in your party inventory.
We could sell them, maybe. I don't know.
I actually
It's-
took a couple of the acids and the fires myself because I always have hands free.
That's wonderful. Guys, I
So-
found explosives.
If I ever need to specifically target one of those damage types, I have something
Oh,
that can do
wow.
it.
What
Mhm.
kind? Pretty ones?
Yes, very
Happy ones?
pretty if you like fire.
Oh.
They seem pretty watered down, a little bit old. They won't produce a big explosion, but it's enough.
Not the best, but like, if we have
Maybe
like,
not that one.
yeah, that's fair.
If I may, before we loot the treasury, shouldn't we be talking to our Dwarven friend? He did want to reward us accordingly, after all.
Yeah.
You haven't really found any treasure, really.
But those were the supplies those other guys went. I keep forgetting what they are. I know just they're not dwarves, non-dwarves.
Hrothgar.
The alleged
Hringar.
treasure should be
Hrothgar.
wherever
Not
the pieces
Hrothgar.
were.
Hrothgar, Dwygar? No, it's not Dwygar. That's
They used to
silly.
be Dwargar, but
Orc.
yeah.
I know. I ran a whole campaign where Dwygar were a major part of it, so I remember that name very well.
Mm-hmm.
Dwemer.
I
Icewind
call him
Dale.
Dwemer, yeah. Maybe I'll just do that.
Dark Irons.
Or Dark... Jeez, there's so many names for dark dwarves.
Short drow.
There we go.
Wow.
That being said, there are
Well, your
these double
snacks.
doors to your right, and that single door to the north where they said those oozes were.
Alright, let's take a look at the ooze room. Stormberg, you should go first.
You seem to be in a better condition than me, so if you may.
I assure you, my current decent condition is a lot worse than your hurt condition.
Wait. Starbuck spent 10 minutes healing earlier, right? Someone healing Cal?
Mm-hmm.
Something?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
But you'd want to
I need to
ambush
get-
as a 60
I need to start getting used to like refocusing.
Yes. All right, everybody get ready. Open the
Open
door.
the door. To another hallway. Much like the other one down to the south. It sort of curves off to the right, but you can't really see any further than that.
Where's the oozes?
Take a peek inside.
Peek inside. It looks like a unfinished wing of this little mining outpost, as the stones give way to rough hewn stone.
It opens up over there. Widens out. Could be an oozy ambush.
I can
Can
sneak
oozes
ahead.
even do that?
Yes?
Cal's gonna try to move forward and quietly take a look.
Sure. Anybody who is doing a search as their a perception check as search as their exploration activity. I can never get it right after like 3 years of doing this.
Yeah.
Doing a void notice.
Alright, so scouting ahead, avoiding notice. Nothing, well, notices you. Everyone else is looking around for any threats. You guys don't really see any oozes, strangely enough. The cow
Wait, where'd Cal go?
sneaks confidently ahead. holding
Cal?
a torch, but you know, hopefully the creatures don't see by sight.
Wait, guys, where'd Cal go?
Just look at the flying torch.
Why is there just a torch flying there? They said there were oozes, not ghosts.
Cal just does the 100 stealth crouch. Where'd they
Cal
go?
will put out the torch as he steps
Yeah,
forward
yeah,
further.
yeah.
It's just kind of is on for the purpose of the stream.
Yeah. So that things can actually be seen in color, because this whole map is dark and all the characters have dark vision, so it'd just be black and white if he didn't have the torch on.
I take it the rest of you are not following quietly and stealthily?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Well, I also understand that Cal, you know, is a little bit ahead of the party, is stealthing, so he'd notice things
'Kay.
that are straight out in the open before anybody else. And yeah, I'm taking in the.
Oh, that's actually a fair point.
Yeah,
Ah, my bad.
no problem.
When he sees nothing up here, he's gonna beckon everybody to come forward.
Is there nothing in here?
I look up.
You look up. Roll me one more perception
Classic.
check.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
You don't see anything. It's all hewn
squint.
stone. It's all seemingly nothing in particular. However, you are starting to notice that all around the room, on the corners of it, there are these little silver chunks in the wall that are gleaming in this torchlight.
Well, when life gives you silver, you'll mine it.
No.
No?
We need to talk to the dwarf before we do
Yeah,
anything
yeah, that's
like
a good
that.
point.
Our deal with. What was his name? Rolf?
Rolf, yes.
Rolf.
Yes.
Or say it with your throat.
Right. Our deal with him was that we would take care of any threats inside.
Yeah, you're right.
Tresser,
Well,
this
still gotta check
reminds
for those oozes.
you of your dream. You almost can't hold back. Maybe just appraise them, have a look.
I'm not going to take it. I want to make sure it's actual silver and not some kind of trap. Or oh.
I had to bait you a little
Oh.
bit. Because
Oh.
as you step here, you all of a sudden feel as if you immerse into some completely clear liquid. But it's not a liquid that's just on the floor here, no, it's a cube of liquid. As you step into the paralyzing aura of a gelatinous cube, I need a fortitude save from you.
Dang,
Another one
invisible
sort of-
oozes.
Slips down from the ceiling here and lands right there. Chesser, unfortunately. Everyone else watches as you immediately just stop moving and sort of hang limply there for a moment and realize, well, you can't just stand there idly. You have to help him.
Uh-oh.
Now, at this point, once combat begins, once you guys are aware that there's these transparent things, you sort of blink your eyes and you start to realize that there's these little shimmers here and there, and it's not hard to hit a block of jelly. So yes,
If
they
only
are
we had
revealed.
bags of flour.
Can I use stealth as my initiative?
If only there was a displacer beast running around here.
Thank you, magic fairy fire casting ghost.
Sluggish cubes sort of
Oh,
pop down to the ground.
odd question, but would I have been able to maybe? Actually, no, wait, I failed all of my perception checks. Never mind.
Mm-mm. You guys, the DC for seeing these guys was 23 on your perceptions. You got very,
Good
very
grief.
close.
What's the DC for smelling them?
I don't think they have an
Odorless, I
odor.
think. Yeah.
So,
Oh boy.
unfortunately, Tresser, we start with you. Let me get on some combat music here. You are paralyzed. So,
Can't really use exploit vulnerability because that kind of mentions going into my pack and pulling something out. But I can recall knowledge. Gelatinous cube, esoteric lore, check.
let me see. Did these guys not? Hold on. You're paralyzed. So you can think, but you can't really convey that information to anybody. Let me check some. Do these guys not do persistent any damage, or are you just like stuck inside of them?
I assume suffocation might be an issue.
I have some constitution. It's fine.
Don't jinx yourself again.
Oh, it's part of the engulfing
funny that way.
thing. As you are technically engulfed. Yes. So. Yes. So, you take at the beginning of your turn some acid damage, 5, as it starts to burn at your scales.
Ow, 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 ow.
I'm not going to be keeping track of suffocation because they have a damage value. That being said,
Thank you.
really have a hard time thinking of anything particularly you've learned about these creatures as you're just suddenly stuck, paralyzed within it. Anything else you can... Well, I mean, you can keep trying to do skill checks for lore, but that's about it while you're paralyzed. At the end of your turn, we'll roll another fortitude save.
Another? Okay.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, if you're not doing any more knowledge checks. Okay, yeah, you are no longer paralyzed. However, as you're still engulfed, you would need to succeed on the escape DC next turn around.
Already.
Yeah, victim can attempt a new save recovery at the end of the turn. So I'll ask again for the fortitude save at the end of your next turn if you have not escaped at that point. Sternberg,
Okay.
realizing what's going on, what do you do?
Well, he's going to move up and he's going to start wailing on the cube that has Trezor inside it.
Okay.
Don't hit me! Don't hit me!
He aims for Trezor.
No!
He pokes his snout out and sort of shouts at you. Unfortunately, you can still roll the critical damage. It'll automatically reduce it as appropriate, but since they are oozes, they don't take critical damage. But it's easy enough to hit them. Sort of
Well,
Giant
I'm going to do
sponge.
a map attack immediately after.
sure thing. Okay, well, using all the
My
crits
goodness.
on the creatures that are immune to crits. That's how it goes, I suppose. This time, though, doing a lot more damage to it, again, battering into it. Though this, it seems very constitutional. Not American, but like, having a lot of health, in a way. It's gonna take a beating before it finally falters.
That's a 10.
Al, your plans?
Oh man. I'm gonna try to do a recall knowledge on these as well.
Alright, that'll be occultism. You figure out nothing. I'm at 16.
Alright. I'm gonna experiment then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Breathe Fire.
Sure thing. 15-foot comb, I assume you're just aiming it at this one.
Thank you
Alrighty.
for testing fire first.
As a massive gout of flames hits it, it critically fails. It's a cube. It has a +0 on its reflexes.
Sorry, I'm gonna roll minimum damage. It's fine. It's completely okay.
But hey, now you know reflexes are really, really bad on these guys.
Doesn't have any resistance or weakness, it looks like, to them.
Mm-hmm.
Careful! Stop doing that.
What? Why?
It's. I thought you were over that after you gave up being a magus.
I really like fire even more now. That's my turn.
Alright. Going to this one here.
That was
It's-
so cool.
Slowly pushing its way forward here.
No, I probably should have moved. Oh well.
As it is trying to engulf. Actually, how many movements does it take on engulf? Does it take 2 strides? Double its speed, yes, okay. Going to go this direction, trying to cut you all off, and try to engulf Cal and Rask along with. I need reflex saves from you both.
No, I don't like this.
That's 20, easily going to the side. When you avoid an engulf, you just like step to the side, and I'll say there's just barely enough room, like a little bit of a cavity up there for you to go up there. 17, though, on Cal is a failure. Cal, you are engulfed and brought along with it. I need a fortitude save from you, as you are also in danger of paralysis. You are also
I'm going to
paralyzed.
reroll it.
Okay. That's 20. You are not paralyzed at the very least. You have a chance to get free of it when it comes around to your turn. But you do take 8. Actually, no, you shouldn't take this 8 damage or this acid damage just yet. Engulfing damage comes at the start of your turn when you're inside of it. Otherwise, it would be double dipping, and that's not really a thing that happens in the system. Actually, that's not even its last action. That was 2 actions. Third action will be to cube face Starnberg. Try to, like, punch him just with the face of the cube, but it fails. It's Forrest.
Forrest rubs his hands together rapidly, and then pokes the side of Starnberg's elbow to get the static shock going into him,
Mm-hmm.
and that puts a conductive weapon onto his cane.
Okay.
Let's stop that. It's very irritating.
I think it'll irritate them more once you hit him with that, and then Forrest is gonna get out of dodge.
All right.
So for his turn.
Sure thing. As you leave behind the sparks of energy in Starnberg, we go to Rask, who has just avoided the cube.
All right. I start bringing up the water around me, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately start freezing some of it and see if this thing is susceptible to cold.
All right.
One action is activated. Okay, go.
13 definitely hits. Would be a crit if they were susceptible to them. You can press the crit button, of course.
Oh, I just hit damage.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine.
Either way.
3 damage. Does take. You're gonna have to have a little bit more hefty hits. More damage out. Really take these down.
Okay. I'll follow that up with a stronger blast now that I know this works.
Mm-hmm.
Rerolling.
Okay. Much stronger blast. Again, you guys are using all your crit rolls on the gelatinous cubes, of course.
Oh!
It's 6 damage.
Almost
6
minimum.
damage.
Okay. End of turn.
Alright. So, this one here, who has Tresor engulfed, it is going to, again, try to cube face Starnberg because he is being flanked by them. Roll a natural 20. It bash.
Ouch.
Face the cube into you for 12 damage. Max damage for them. I need a fortitude save, as the paralysis may come with it. You're a barbarian. You should...
No, I'm not. I'm going to hit a point that.
Okay. But they're therefore, at the very least, 9. Total of 18. The DC is 20. You resist it. You're paralyzed.
Well done.
Big grief.
It is then going to attempt to engulf Starnberg as it goes across the room. Can it go that far? Yeah, just about. There's Svors as well. So Starnberg and Svors, I need
Oh, no.
reflex saves from you. Let's see if Svors is fine. You're actually both fine. You both avoid it. Starnberg sort of falling back in the paralysis, so almost stumbling as his body's locking up, just barely avoiding it. As far as you do get sort of shunted that way,
Yeah,
Tresor
okay,
is brought
gotcha.
along. Tresor, you are not paralyzed at this moment, but you're still inside of it, so at the start of your turn, you do take the 2d6 acid damage.
Darn. Alrighty.
So, you can either cut your way out, or, well, try to free yourself with an athletics check. Escape.
Alrighty. That's not gonna work. So let's cut my way out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start with exploit vulnerability.
Sure thing. You do
Darn.
learn something about them. What do you want to know specifically? You already know they're really terrible at reflexes, though.
Any special abilities?
I'm going to say, since you already know the transparency, you already know the paralysis, and that's not important.
Oh god.
The unfortunate fact of the matter is that they're resistant to electricity for 5 points.
Are you for real?
Yes, that is
They
their
have
only
electric-
resistance.
I'm gonna let Silphers know that they have some pretty decent electrical resistance.
Ah, that's so boring.
Anyways, next I'm gonna strike.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit. 5s on dice still hit. Total of 8. 8 is enough to rupture. You are freed from it.
Cool. Then I'm gonna make a map attack.
Alright. This one's actually wavering. It's sort of like a jelly that's losing its form a little bit. You could focus one down first. Save yourselves a lot of trouble. Definitely hits.
This is the part where it reaches 0 HP and it splits into 2 smaller cubes.
Woo! No, it
Not that
splits
kind of
into 8.
ooze.
That way they're still cubes.
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, this one's looking pretty roughed up. Unfortunately, Starnberg, you are paralyzed until 1 round has passed.
I can totally do a recall knowledge. Trust me.
Not untrained. I don't believe you can do untrained recall.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
How? You avoided the paralysis, but I still need to give you some damage here.
Yes, unfortunately.
Let's see.
Personal antithesis has definitely got to be a small bottle of salt water.
Take 8 damage, Cal.
Yeah, but did I roll the fortitude save? Excuse me.
Once 1 round has passed from whence you did it, so on that creature's turn, go roll it.
Thank you.
So Cal, what do you do?
Try to escape.
Alright. And as a reminder for those watching, my HP UI is completely broken, so the party's doing a lot worse than it looks on the screen. On a half healths. Cal, unfortunately, using your unarmed attack modifier against its really tough, like, congealing body, you just can't get out of it.
If I do a cone attack from here, would it hit the one I'm in as well, or?
Yes. Originating from you, you are technically inside of it.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to unleash Psyche again.
Mm-hmm. Within this space, you have less sound, it's all muted. You can focus and turn your mind inwards.
Enjoy that quiet again. I'm gonna cast Breathe Fire one more time.
Okay. And because a cube literally is a 10-foot cube, you cannot not breathe fire out from it, burning it on the way out. It's sort of an explosive burst, a bubble of fire that goes out from it and goes for the others as well. So let's see what their reflex saves are. Well, they're +0, so one rolls an 18, one rolls a 13. So one somehow, the one that's across the way, sees that slowly building bubble of fire coming out from it. So this one that you're in takes 6, this one here takes 3. Every little bit matters here.
4 screams as a blaze sort of comes towards him, but it's stopped by the cube.
I'm starting to think this source has a fear of fire. My turn's over.
Okay. Now, as your turn goes over and you're still inside it, I do need a fortitude save for the paralysis creeping back in through your skin, your scales. Unfortunately, DC is 20. You are paralyzed. So, this one here. It is going to use its cube face to bash Rask. Or try to, or it does succeed.
Ow.
Rask, you take 3 damage, but I need a fortitude save against the paralysis. You, though, you should be uniquely suited to avoiding it. You're one below on that one, unfortunately.
Wait, no, I'm gonna. My turn's so close. My turn is so close. Rerolling it.
Okay. 15 will do it. Total of 25. You're not paralyzed. This one is then going to take another strike at the paralyzed Starnberg. Rolling a natural 20 there. Luckily, their damage is literally only 1d6, but they rolled max damage. But you're a barbarian, so you're fine. You're already paralyzed, so no need to roll another fortitude save. And now it's gonna take Cal for a ride down this way. Spores, as you're sort of backed into a corner here, what do you do?
Spores is going to go ahead and needle darts this thing.
Yeah.
Pulling the metal out from his pouch again, and getting it into a set of darts.
Mm-hmm. $14 definitely hits it. Would crit. But it's just regular damage because they are just an ooze that just undulates with the force of your blows. That's a really good roll too. 11. This one is
Nice.
pretty badly injured at this point.
Right. And then Spores is going to cast guidance on Rask. Hopefully he can finish this off.
Okay.
Unlikely, but yeah, it's worth hoping.
Some high hopes for your ally there. Rask.
All right. My goal is going to be to try to hit it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use the guidance on my second strike.
What do you think?
So the first strike, I'm just going to stay where I am so I can use all three actions. As the stronger strike, I'm going to attack it. I'm just going to keep the ice on.
Mm. Heft as possible into it. That definitely, again, would be crit. It could be. Max damage there. There we go. This one is falling apart, and it seems.
And then a follow-up strike, one action with guidance.
Okay. $13. Definitely,
cool.
definitely hits.
Please roll high. Oh!
Man, yeah. This is gonna make all the difference.
That was a max damage turn for me.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Aside from the
20.
critting.
So as you're sort of hunkered back there, trying to avoid their notice, slinging out these bolts that are slowly sort of withering them with the cold sort of like solidifies around it and breaks off pieces of it. It is actually going to try to engulf the two in the corner here, slowly start trying to overtake them. I need a reflex save from Chesser and Spores. I see a 15, Spores, and a 19 from Tresser. Both of you are able to dive to the side. I'm going to say, Spores, you go sort of up here, again, into another little tiny bit of a corner there, where you can just sort of flatten yourself to avoid it as it tries to bump in there and then take you guys for a ride. It actually goes over to here and tries to strike at Rask with a cube face, realizing the threat. Failing to do so.
Oh, thank goodness.
There's a failure of a turn for that one, and it's very close to death as well.
Oh, fun. I'm going to stride up and start striking. If I were to stand...
Starnberg, roll your fortitude save, because it came around to
yeah.
that one's turn.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
15 gets you out of paralysis. Actually, I don't think you even needed to roll because it wasn't reapplying it. Either way. 3. Chesser.
Alright. If I were to stand here, would I be flanking?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stand here and start striking.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, might get a crit off of this flank.
At
Mark
least a
on.
hit. We're on the side of it. 5 damage to it, a little bit extra
Backstabber,
because
I
of
get extra
backstabber.
damage.
It's barely holding on. There's pieces falling all over it. But still
Map.
trying to attack people. Maybe not for long. Let's see that damage.
Not for long, no.
Yes, as you
Max
continue
damage.
to rip through it, sort of using the pick's head to just like tear pieces through it, holes here and there. It
it's like
can't
yellow.
hold itself together. It is falling to the ground into a inert puddle at this point.
You'd think
Puddle
we
that
would've
doesn't
noticed.
paralyze us?
Yes, a puddle that does not paralyze.
Does it taste like blue, like teal? Actually,
Well.
no. That's a question for later.
I think that'll be you.
Yep, that's my turn.
It tastes like burning.
It tastes like pain.
Change grip, and Starbuck is going to take a breather as he chucks down an elixir of life.
All right. Three HP.
You got this,
That
big
sounds
guy.
good. Final 2 actions. I will be sudden charging because I have no idea where Cal might be. Quickly. Oh,
Bit too far.
Sorry, stop yourself.
Sploosh.
Roll your fortitude.
Just run into it.
Skid to a stop.
and he's going to swing his Griffin cane. Well, as part of that, basically.
A natural
No, he
one.
won't.
As you skid to a stop, you sort of overextend yourself and aren't able to bring up a strike, unfortunately. You have one more
That's my
action.
turn.
Wouldn't you have one more action? Because that was a sudden charge.
Sudden charge
Sudden
is
charge
2
is
actions.
What was
A
your
regular
third?
stride would have been better, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how far he was, so.
Well, what was your third action?
Uh, drinking the.
Oh, potion.
elixir.
Okay, yes. Alright.
Sudden charge is basically better than. It's 2 strides and a strike for 2 actions.
Yeah.
It's better than a stride and a strike.
Hell. Excuse me. You are paralyzed, so I just need a fortitude save at the end of your turn.
Alright.
At this point, you're at the mercy of the creature. You take the engulfing damage as well. Really high damage too, 10. Barely holding on as you're sort of fluttering in and out of consciousness there. Go back to this one. It is going to try to engulf Garnberg and Rask.
Eh?
So I need a reflex save for Rask and Starnberg. Out comes along.
I wasn't sure it could do that. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
it can get into the corner a little bit.
It is gelatinous.
Should I keep my hero point, or should I try and reroll that to avoid it? I think I'll keep my hero point.
Barely, sort of. I'll shut you up. Starnberg, you would be engulfed if you take that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I'll just take that.
Okay. So, you're brought along with it. I need a fortitude save for you, Starnberg. Succeed. You're just taken along for a ride. At the start of your turn, though, you will take the acid damage.
That'll be fine.
Oh, actually,
probably.
it has one more action. It'll cube face Tresser. I'll try to,
Oh,
at the very
boy.
least. Just barely getting away from it. It's force.
Okay, so does Kyle have anything useful to do inside the cube if he were to be healed, for example?
He's paralyzed still.
Oh, he's paralyzed right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just pick up your corpse later.
Thanks.
I'm needle darting the cube.
Yeah, go for it.
Put coals in it so it dehydrates.
Needle darts, definitely hit. Starts to rip into it. Causes it to have some trouble holding its form together. 5 damage is gonna be something to it.
Something is better than nothing.
Hmm.
He's going to run. Trying to figure out where exactly might make things a little harder for it to engulf everybody.
Yeah.
Seems fine. Still for his force's turn.
Reason they chose this as their little home. Rask.
Alright, first thing I'm going to do is stride away.
Mm-hmm. Some distance. Making it make some choices.
I'm not sure if it can stride more than 25 feet, so if it can't, I think I'm safe from engulf for this turn. And since it appears to have low AC, I'm going to take a risk on 2 small attacks.
Alright.
Is that higher than one large attack?
A small attack is D8, a big attack is a D8 plus 4, so it's possible to do more damage with 2 hits.
Yeah.
It's really greedy. On
But it's
average, you
still-
can do less.
It's still a dice roll, though.
Starting with a 2.
And follow up, more ice. Is
Good
using a
dice.
hit.
It's actually not penetrating. You don't have enough force behind it. But you do land a little bit. Tresser, you've been doing a lot of damage to these things.
Oh yeah. I'm going to start with exploit vulnerability, then go for 2 strikes.
Okay. Yeah, with an exploit for these things, something to dilute the acids
Ain't
or
good
whatever.
A little bottle of salt water is what I've been going with.
There we go.
First attack.
5 the dice is good enough.
Ain't good enough.
7 more damage to it. It's injured. It's almost halfway there.
1 more.
18 will certainly do it.
Saw that 20.
Hmm. Another.
Time for depression.
What would be big damage is actually decent damage still, because it is weak to your piercing
Ooh.
and all of that.
Fun.
It's keeping the fatal d10s. I guess so. I'll trust the
Yeah,
system.
that actually makes sense because it's immune to the extra crit damage, but not the fact that the die's size increase.
Yeah, it's immune to the double damage.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Nice.
Anyways, that's my turn.
All right. So back over to Starnberg. Not paralyzed, but you are engulfed by it, so you do take the engulfing damage at the start of your turn.
Well, surely it won't kill me, right?
It will not. Holding up.
I'll immediately get the heck out of dodge.
All right.
Let's see.
Escape.
Or you could like hit it hard enough for it to rupture.
Can't rupture from bludgeoning.
Oh, that's a shame.
But you do escape easily enough. You pull yourself free.
I'm going to immediately run for it.
Okay.
My remaining 2 actions.
Self-preservation kicks in. Cal, unfortunately, you're going to take the engulf damage at the start of your turn. No matter what it rolls, you have 2 health. It's a 2d6. You will be going down. Side of it. So you're at dying 1. You roll me your fortitude save to see if your body still gets paralyzed. It does not. Very least. Paralyzed, but still down, so not much of a help there. Alright, on to its turn. It is going to attempt to engulf the only targets it has that are close enough. Tresser and Spores, so...
Oh boy.
And move just down to here. Reflex saves, both of you. 8 and a natural 1, both failing.
I'm rerolling that.
Okay, reroll on Spores. Tresser, you also have a hero point.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll re-roll it. It's
Spores gets free. Spores, you can just stand there, that's fine.
no, okay.
Unfortunately though, Tresser, still held on to it. I need a fortitude save for the paralysis. (13) with your modifiers exactly succeeding. You'll only be grabbed inside of it. And it's just gonna make a cute face strike towards Spores once more. This time, does get a hit in. Spores, I need
Oh, no.
another fortitude save for the paralysis. You take 3 damage as well. The dice,
I
you
should've
will
saved the
be
hero point.
paralyzed, but at least not engulfed by it. Alright, Spores, unfortunately, as soon as we come down to your turn, you are just paralyzed. I doubt you have anything to think about it, so we're just going to go to the next turn.
Nope.
Rask.
Yeah, oh boy. Oh wait, I am trained in occultism. I could make 3 really poor ritual knowledge attempts.
You could. But should you?
I think we know everything about this thing already.
Yes.
Well,
At
too
this
late, I
point.
rerolled it.
Nothing much. Rask, you rush up
Too much.
with a weakening ooze.
Staying just in range. Oh boy.
And again, as a reminder for those watching, my health UI is completely bugged. They are not at 20 HP and 24. They're not doing that well. Actually, most of them are below half HP.
I'm gonna use a full blast.
Cal is actually downed inside. Yes, go for it. Full blast. Will hit. Icy cold shatters
If-
into it.
If I move it, will it move out of Tresser and
No.
Cal?
They move with it, wherever it goes. We do 11 damage to it. Very close, it's near death at this point.
Alright. I'm not gonna move it, I'm gonna leave it where it is. It's fine.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. I'm in a pretty good position, I'd say. I'm
Mhm.
going to strike it.
A one-handed weapon, you can strike through it on the inside, try to rupture it from the inside. You do hit it from the inside. And that's plenty of points for a rupture. And, see, does rupture get everyone out? Yeah. Rupture. If the monster
If it
takes
was
piercing
something like
attacks
a-
equaling or seemed less from a single attack, the engulfed creature cuts itself free. So only start or transfer.
Awesome. I'm gonna make 2 more attacks.
It should be enough if you can just land these well enough. It vibrates and undulates, falls apart. Another strike, another really good strike, 10 exactly, is enough to bring it down and for Cal to slip out of it as combat ends. Thankfully.
Ah.
Everyone's skin burning and like you all had sunburn really badly.
A what
I
burn?
immediately heal Cal.
Or yeah, well, what burn? Rush up and heal Cal. You had plenty of time because he was only at dying 1.
2.
Enough to get him conscious. Oh, give yourselves
Oh boy.
80 experience points for that encounter. Actually, no, give yourselves
Nice,
100
thank you.
experience. Give yourselves 100 experience points because it's really hard to do a actual like flat 80 or flat 120 encounter with a party of 5 at low levels. Technically, this is 96 XP. I'm going to give you 100 in total. But yes,
Here's
oozes are
Tresser.
dealt with.
Sorry.
Tresser gets 1.
And here's Force.
I can't believe you did this to me. But thank you.
There you go. The barely injured person gets 5. And here's Grask.
While we are healing here, why don't we take a quick break? Even though it's kind of near the end of the session, we haven't had a break yet. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And here's
Alright, we're all back. So, after the party has pretty much cleared out the little outpost here, there's only one little section of it they haven't had a look at. Centrally located.
I imagine we'll take another little 10 minutes in here.
Yeah.
At
Oh,
least.
and let me remove the.
You don't have continued recovery yet, do you? Stormbreak.
Come in.
Do you have continual recovery yet?
Not yet.
Alright, then what do you think for me?
Yep, it's 1 hour cooldown, and without that.
Oh, boy.
It's something for Trezor at least.
Yay!
I'm going out to the entrance, guys.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think
follow.
we might be beat for the day. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, like, all that went better than I expected.
Yeah, there's these main doors over here, though.
Let's save that for.
No, we can do it now. I'll just
Okay.
stay in the back. I'll hide behind you, Tresser.
It's all up to you, folks. I'm sure you've got this.
I won't let you get hurt.
Come on. 3, 2, 1. Open.
You
No
open it up.
fireworks?
No fireworks. No, it seems to be a little bit of a forge room of some sort. A place that looks like, to those craftily minded, for creating ingots of silver. Even a tray of little silver chunks sitting in the corner of the room, in fact. A sparkle in the eyes, or the mind's eye.
I think we're good. I think we've cleared it.
Look around. Yeah, it seems pretty safe. As you, Spores, as you head further into the room like that, you notice that there, again, sort of get your mind in tune with the airflow of the room. You notice that there is a section of it that, has a bit of a draft. Right over here.
Suppose you want.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Eh?
Secret tunnel.
You sort of place your palms on the door, looking for where the draft is. You find the seam, and soon enough you find the secret button. Allows you to open the secret door.
Oh, I love this. So exciting.
What did you find?
Secret room.
Secret door. Secret room.
Fancily sort of marbled floor tiles. These little bronze sort of like connector pieces to them. You step into the room, see a couple of chests, some couple of crates, but notably a chest opened and brimming with silver.
Let's not take any of that.
We agreed to rate for health before doing anything like that, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm sure
It's
we'll be
good to know
glad
that this is
to
there.
know that this is here now.
We
Might not have known.
We can rummage a little bit. I'm curious to see what's in those other chests. Why don't you pop it open first?
Hmm. Hmm. Sure. Let's take a look.
Okay. Roll me a
Suppose you can get the
perception
chest
check real
open.
quick.
Oh no.
You don't notice it. But to maybe a more observant viewer, there's just these little tiny things off about it. It's like an AI drew a chest full of silver. But in fact, it is a mimic, as its tendrils sort of shoot out towards you.
Oh my
Of
god.
course.
Ow.
Of course.
I need your initiatives.
Oh, see you later, guys.
Swords, you're completely taken aback by it. as these gnashing teeth made of these like once silver doubloons sort of like croak out these words. Finally, food! I've been waiting so long!
They can talk.
Oops, as a Heringar Bombardier in the...
From beyond the grave.
Yep. And because they are so ravenously hungry, they are going to go immediately, shooting at a pseudopod, trying to hit you. Oh, actually, I need a reflex save from you because you started rummaging around with the chest and stuff.
Yep, makes sense.
It is a very adhesive creature. You become grabbed. No, it doesn't say it grabs you. It says you become grabbed, and there's no critical failure effect. So I'm going to say you're only grabbed, not restrained.
Makes
But
sense.
as you sort of stuck to it, it starts gnashing at you. Let me change the music real quick as well.
Question: has it been 10 minutes since we did our little healing right after the previous fight?
Yeah, it would have been.
Oh my god, thank you for your mercy.
Yeah, you would have spent the 10 minutes to, sit down and have people, like, treat wounds and stuff. So, definitely. But this, though. You are held on to, and it is going to lash out pretty harshly, too. This ravenously, extremely hyper ravenously hungry, maximum damage, critical strike mimic puts you down to 0 as you're being chomped and gnashed at by it. Spores is already down. You guys turn around to see Spores being half eaten by the creature. What do? Starnberg?
Oh no.
Well, Trezor, I wish you good luck. I am gonna be sitting this one out.
He's going to treat wounds at least with battle medicine. Before just
Thanks.
Do
No,
so
no,
as
he
well.
isn't.
Your heart's not in it.
Failure.
Well, I wish you good luck.
He's going to give the mimic a glare and demoralize. If that works.
Yeah, sure. It is a thinking creature. It can't speak even. But it's not intimidated as it's half eaten your ally already.
Well, I've done my best. Good luck, everyone.
Oh, for snow.
Cow.
You know, I should probably feel guilty about this.
Yeah.
Wow,
you
this is
should.
awful.
You should feel
It's
bad.
just a single mimic. A weak one looking, too.
You're bad, and you should feel bad.
I'm gonna do recall knowledge on it.
Sure, that'll be occultism. You definitely do succeed. It is definitely a mimic. You want to know about them?
Do they have any weaknesses or resistances?
They have no weaknesses. That's the only one I can give you.
Okay.
I could have told you that.
Well, you know what? I need to know for my turn.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm trying to process it. 1 second. 'Cause I'm in danger here. I am going to Chester sells guidance immunity. Bass has guidance immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Can you use guidance on a death saving throw? Death throw.
It's a recovery check. And maybe because it's a check, technically.
Alright, I'm gonna do an amped frostbite.
Okay.
Very, very warm frostbite.
As you do, let's see. Fortitude save on this creature. It's not the best at it. Or actually, no, it is its best. That's why it succeeded, in fact. It only takes a little bit less damage there. Barely injured.
Alright, that's it.
Okay. Yes, sir.
You're good at this stuff, right, Chester?
Alrighty. No, I'm not. up. That's 5, 10, 10 for 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm gonna exploit vulnerability.
Any vulnerability of this blue creature that can mimic any form.
I'm going to counter him with some solvent.
Okay.
Um,
What one thing
highest
do you want
and-
to know?
oh, lowest save.
Low save is a tie between reflex and will.
There you go, Cal. And now I'm just gonna strike for my last action.
Only Cal the Psychic could target will saves, but not.
He can't.
Yes, I can.
I don't have
Or,
any
well,
points.
Not
That's my
all,
turn.
I can.
Alright, you try to strike at it, but if you had a better, shot, you certainly would have, but there, just it wasn't happening. It's not Spores yet? Yeah. Rask, your turn.
Rask, help.
Yeah. Well, I can't heal you this turn. But I can try to get into better position. So it's a stride.
Get to there.
I'm going to get inside so I'm in position next to you.
Mm.
And then attack the mimic. So I have to channel elements, get the water coming around me, and then I can send out a small blast of water. Unfortunately, I cannot substitute a heal for that.
Okay.
I said water.
Sling this off, but it's not hitting.
I'm too stressed out by the sight of my friend hurt in front of me.
Her friend is
Oh.
very hurt.
That's Gore, my comfort character.
I need a recovery check, Spores.
Just a flat d20 is fine, right? Or
Yeah.
oh, here he is. Never mind. Found it.
Or, yeah, you can press it on the sheet. There's another failure. You're at dying 3. You die at dying 4. It'll be your turn. Now, onto the mimic. It has you grabbed, you're stuck to it, but it sees the threat of the others. It is going to switch on its, switch on to Tresser here. Goes
Thank
for
you.
pseudopod strike. That gave me weak meat.
Wow, he really is desperate.
Fails, and it probably fails again on that. As a third action, which will actually no, it's adhesive. Does it have to like maintain stuck to it? Yeah, isn't it? Good was it? Yeah. And Raskus Swords is still stuck to it, I will say. Sort of being dragged around the room a little bit as it moves over here, like over top of Spores to get over to this spot here, but that's all it can do on its turn. Darnberg, you gonna do anything?
He's gonna cheer everyone on.
You've got this. I believe in you, Cal.
That's yeah, basically skipping.
Rask,
Okay.
Rask, focus on getting sofas stabilized.
How?
Getting away from this thing.
Alright.
And I am going to do the thing that all psychics do on the second turn of combat.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad option. Unleashing the mind. Well, you're technically supposed to do it at your turn beginning, but yeah.
Ah, yes. So I did it first.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep blasting it.
Alright.
It's a bit of fortitude, so I'm just going to...
Send an ignition wave towards it. Alright.
Cold fire. Okay.
If you could hit, only a 4. It's not all that hard to hit this thing. You guys are just rolling low.
It is me, do not forget.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Alright, Tresor. See if you have better luck this time. You could even get a flank. Tresor.
Yeah, sorry, I looked away from the screen. I'm gonna just go for 3 strikes since I already have exploit vulnerability on it.
You could get a flank as well, which is often
Oh, I
better than a
could.
map 10.
I will
Mhm.
use my first action to step, then go for 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll crit.
6 on the dice. Again.
I need to not talk.
Higher than 6s. Man. It's taken you all by surprise. I'm gonna say, everyone give yourselves a hero point at this point as well, because you've been role-playing really well. And I'm feeling
Yay!
generous, and I don't want a random mimic to kill the entire party. So,
I'm gonna save my
Tresser.
hero point for
Okay.
next turn, because Rask is about to heal Sophus.
Alright, Rask.
Ocean's Balm.
Mm-hmm. As you resuscitate with a splash of water. Still attached to it until you escape, though.
Okay, so then I'm going to put full force into a strike
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can sweep it away from his force.
Yeah, that's true. Six on the dice. Why you guys?
I can if I
rolling
use a hero
sixes?
point.
That is true. That is true.
Ha
Have to roll an
ha
8 or higher. Roll 16.
Nice.
Fine, yes. Almost a crit. 5 on the dice. 9 in total. Takes that. It's hurting. And
I'll
because
move
of
it 5 foot left.
forced movement, you sort of like squeeze or like pull them apart. Yours is safer now as it goes into the corridor.
I love
Yeah.
that feature.
Yeah, where am I? Ah.
So, Boris, it's your turn.
He's still scrambling, but he at least gets the wherewithal to cast heal on himself.
Okay.
2 action.
Should get you back in the action. Be healed.
Much needed. And he's
Much
going
needed.
to raise a shield.
Alright.
That's all his action.
The mimic looks to you guys, but it looks away from you guys as well. Yeah. Red eyes. They look a lot weaker. I rush across the room. 2 actions to go here because it's very slow. 3rd action, Cal.
I'll miss you, brother.
Roll a 12. 24.
Maybe
Total.
we'll roll under 3 damage.
Rolls plenty to bring you down, unfortunately. And as the pseudopod strikes into you, I need a reflex save real quick to avoid being sort of wrapped up in it. Even though you're going down, you sort of, before you go unconscious, you're trying. Yeah, at least you're not grabbed by it. At least you like avoided the adhesive, but you still got knocked to the ground. That'll be its turn. Burnberg, you see this right in front of you. Gonna help a little bit.
Are you gonna be a coward or not? Or it goes backwards.
Question.
Yep.
Feeding someone a potion is 2 actions, right?
Yes.
As much as I do want to save Cal, I think that is a very bad idea.
Fights are always
So-
ended when you kill the enemy.
Unfortunately, the enemy is pretty far removed from being killed currently. I will try to contribute by picking up a piece of rubble on the ground and chucking it at the mimic and avoiding Cal.
You can also just strike, and then stride away too.
That is a good point, but...
Otherwise, I'm going to tell you, you're going to deal 1d4 damage to it with a
Yeah.
rock.
I'll do that, yeah. I'll just stride on over and strike.
Rush in, 10 on the dice, definitely hits. Should start putting some damage on the field here. 2 on the dice, total of 6. With that, you bash into it.
It'll add up.
Certainly will. Oh, and Cal, I need to... I wonder why it doesn't automatically move. I'll have to fix it.
And remember, the rest of us can start rushing into it now.
And as a quick reminder for those watching, my health UI is completely false. It is broken right now. A lot of the party is pretty bad. Cal is down, Starmerk is really bad. Yes, so... That being said, Professor. you've
It's
ran
okay,
away.
you can just say that we're bad.
Well,
We're bad at the game. Hooray!
I kid. I kid.
you're doing
Okay, I'm
most
gonna
things
start by
right.
striding, then probably striking.
And again, when it's a low-level party, I think it's fine that you guys don't perfectly work together either. 'Cause you
There's
don't
that.
know each other, and you don't know your abilities and all that. You haven't gained that trust. Professor.
I think we've been working together very well. It's just a
Oh
mimic.
yeah. Yeah. And it's not one of those surprise mimics where I
A
just added
solvent.
it. It was planned, very much so. Didn't plan a natural, like a critical max damage, but hey,
This
Tresser.
pleases me.
Tresser's been pulling their weight this time around. In fact, Tresser, you're so irritated by the continued existence of this thing, you slammed a pick into its back once, and then a second time straight into the same spot, and then rip through its body, leaving it in two and leaving it completely destroyed, and like a blob of blue on the ground.
There we go. Took care of it. Sorry, Cal. I tried to use my amulet, but I couldn't see you, and no, it didn't work.
I was unconscious again.
Oh, I'm talking.
Do you want to, or should I just feed him a quick potion?
Where did
Cal!
the treasure go?
I don't even bother responding before I'm already doing lay on splash of water.
Yep.
Treasure.
Basically what it is.
Good.
Well, it's actually better than lay on hands because you can do all members of the party per 10 minutes.
That's true.
A bit less healing, but yeah.
It's tiny healing right now. It's gonna get better every two levels.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, you're very close to it. Give yourself 60 experience points because that was a low-end encounter. But they can still be very harmful.
Giant centipedes.
I mean, that's not giant centipedes. It's like, I don't even think you've had like that dangerous of a low encounter.
Well, for what it's worth, we can tell our friend that this fort is truly and completely clean of anything dangerous.
While you were in that
Except
vault,
us.
you did notice that beyond that being a fake silver chest, that's a fake lure, bait essentially that it made itself out to be, there is malleable stuff in there. I'm actually going to reveal it since you guys have had a look around already. One perfect condition silver ingot. Yes, I know the map shows that there's more ingots here, but the map is not representative. But lots of silver pieces too.
The other ingots are just so bad that they're worth 0.
Yep.
You should probably relay the news at this point and patch our wounds.
I'll just lay sprawled on the floor for now.
Mm-hmm. But since, well, it seems that you have cleared this place out, and, well, you've been taking a while, Rolf eventually makes his way over. I was hoping you all weren't dead. It looks like they ran.
Nearly are.
The ones that we didn't kill ran.
It was quite the pleasure seeing those Ringa running with the tails between their legs, if they had tails.
I'm quite ashamed they don't. I guess that's why we beat them. They had like more balance or something. I don't know.
Well, whatever it is, you've done great work clearing this place out. Have you? Looks like you even found a secret vault. Expecting you to find it.
We made sure. Well,
We
I
didn't
made
take
sure that
anything.
nobody took anything.
Good.
But the creature inside is dead.
A
Be
creature
happy
inside.
we found it and not you.
Really? What is that?
What?
We
Well,
stumbled,
it
we
looks
stumbled
like a
upon a
trap.
mimic.
A mimic?
I think it's a kobold eater.
I can't believe my family would have left one of those behind. Guess they
Pretty
did.
hungry.
Huh.
I wonder if it was a trap. A deliberate one.
I bet it was. It would have been a real damn shame if the trap laid by my own kin spelled my own end.
Well,
I'm
that.
glad
how
we
long
went
could
in there now.
those-
Then
How long could those things go without food, anyways? Like, it was starving, but like, what happens if like nobody steals from you for a few months? Does it just keel over and die, and you have to get a new mimic, or?
Oh no, they can last for decades sitting there in basically stasis.
I wonder how long he was there. He was hungry.
Probably decades, in fact. Maybe even half a century. My records show that my family, and my kinsmen, they were down here decades ago, at this place. I've only recently became an adult in our society, and I needed to do something proud for my people. And I wasn't going to do it at home, smithing hammers. So I looked out for a long-lost outpost. Here I have found one. I've reclaimed it thanks to your help. Needs a little bit of sprucing up, though.
And corpse removal.
Oh, here. I'm sure there's more I could dig out of the vault, but, this is for you. I know of a few hiding places where they hide the real good stuff, so you could take this.
Well, thank you. It's a.
Wow, it's so shiny.
Silver ingot.
Oh, this is
378
lovely.
silver coin.
thank you so much.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
We left home without much, but this might help us get by when we find others to trade with.
Well, I wish I could trade with you, but really don't have much. I was going to call on some of my other kinsmen who needed to, well, had the glimmer of silver in their eyes. It's not often you find this metal down here. You see, it has to trickle down from the surface, in a way. It's how it arrives down here.
Interesting.
Probably be happy to hear that there's more silver in the northern part of this place.
Oh, aye. You mean in the unfinished part, right?
Yes.
Yes. We took care of some gelatinous cubes in there.
That'll be excellent. They'll get us a good start then.
I'm very glad we took this route of action, siding with you. Should we tell him about Lysak and what's left of Derzak? Or...
Did your people ever make contact with anybody further down?
Not at all. If you're referring to your own kind, I still don't even know what you are.
Oh, well, most of us, not this guy. He pointing at Starbrick. Most of us are kobolds.
Oh, you seem decent sort.
Most of us are. Cal here's a bit cold, but he's still a nice guy.
We're just normal people.
Oh. Then. I was educated like any other dwarf on the different ancestries of the world. You don't show up anywhere.
Ooh, well, that is fascinating. I hope that doesn't cause problems, though.
I don't suppose it will. We're always discovering new people. In a way.
And I've never met the dwarf before, or Ringar. Ringar, yes, that's the word.
Well, they're very close kin to ours. They've just, allowed themselves to fall into slaving and stealing and all sorts of nasty business. Lawlessness, mainly. They worship some god of, a god that they reserve their blood for.
Yeah. Oh, that explains why they got mad at Starbuck.
Starrick just quickly nudges Trezor.
Oh yeah, he's a doctor. You see, he knows these things.
I don't very appreciate anyone trying to take their blood for themselves. It only belongs to their dark god.
Dark God?
I don't know anything about it. It's probably sacrilege for me to even know anything. All I know is that they consider their own blood sacred in a way. For it to be spilled in any other way other than to appease their god is sacrilege. Either way, I'm going to see about calling some of my other friends along. You all look like you could use a rest, so feel free to bunker down here wherever you would like.
Thank you. And as for our peoples, we are a bit deeper down. Very big cave. There were two towns, but there was some chaos recently, and now that it's only Lysac.
Aye.
I hope that this first little meeting reflects future meetings.
Well, if it's so close by, perhaps we could establish a trade route or something like that.
Ooh, that would be lovely.
I plan on sprucing this place up, making it out to be a trading post of a sort. There's plenty of silver here to trade with.
We'd have to make a bridge over that ravine to hell.
Oh, right, yes, you mentioned that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Well then, going to see about organizing the place a little bit. Get yourself some rest. You won't find a safer place. Our doors are thick, our walls strong, and well, our people stronger. I'll keep watch during the
Who's this
night,
Benny?
or
Thank
during
you,
the
sir.
sleeping time.
Thank you.
And with that, very quick session. We're already at the end time.
Wow, that was really fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was so intense as well.
Figured I'd throw something like this at you. And it's always seemingly the aberrations that have the most difficulty compared to their actual XP budget. Again, the oozes, it's the like horrible, classic horrible stuff that always kills parties. That kills parties.
So status effects.
Even though you guys literally like very easily took down an extreme encounter with like 6 other dwarves. So
That be your low levels.
yeah,
Well,
We had
obviously,
3 encounters of ascending difficulty and descending XP budget.
mm-hmm.
well, obviously we didn't have much trouble against the dwarves because we were able to abuse doors.
Yeah.
I'm so sad we're 50 experience short from leveling up.
No, actually we'll level you now for the story
Oh.
experience.
Woo! I need
When
to
we're
figure that
playing this
out.
place.
Thank you for helping me, guy.
Better to give you guys a week to level up rather than ask you to level up during the session next time. So level 3 it is.
Swarthen, I'm sorry that I got you eaten by a mimic.
I don't even remember what happened at this point.
Good, it wasn't my fault.
Dwarf Fortress.
Dwarf
Dwarf
Fortress, yeah.
Fortress. Oh yeah, called Kobold Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, that's a fun mod.
I swear, if we ask him what this place is called and he says boat murdered, I'm leaving.
I'm gonna take. Where is it? I forgot the name of the feat. Are we still live?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we should probably end that first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Alright. So, yes, we are still live. I almost forgot. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it. If you like the maps, this map in particular, like all of the maps, literally every single one you'll ever see on this stream is made by me and me alone, and thus you will find them on my Patreon. This newer map will come out in the next batch or so, maybe in the next couple of weeks. The first batch of like the chapter 1 of the campaign is already out, 10 full maps. That's on the $10 tier, the Shaman tier of my Patreon. But you also get the whole Kingmaker catalog that I had worked a year and a half on with 180 maps alone in it. So, yeah, pretty good value, I think. Either way, the stuff on the stream is mostly bonus content until it's a bigger catalog. Speaking of other advertising, Chris.
Hi everybody, I am Chris Kobold, the player of Rask, and I stream on Twitch at, well, it's now Captain Kobold. I tend to run on Tuesdays and Wednesdays around 6 o'clock Central Time, PM. Doing lots of puzzle stuff. I just completed a 17-day run of the Talos Principle, and I'm now finishing up Beyond Shadowgate. And going to be doing Talos 2 soon. It'll be great. Come by sometime.
Sounds fun. So, we'll see you guys later. Next week, 6:30 p.m. CST. Every week. See you later.
Ta-ta.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.